KMTI, your sports leader in South Central Utah, now presents Snow College Badger Sports on the radio. This sports broadcast is brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. And now let's get started with live sports play-by-play action on KMTI Radio.
We welcome you to Terry Foote Stadium on a homecoming Saturday here at the beautiful campus of Snow College in Ephraim. Robert Stoddard Field ready to go as the 13th ranked Snow College Badgers welcome in the number 2 ranked Iowa Western Reivers. This has become a big matchup over the years between these two schools, and Iowa Western's got the best of the Badgers in their last 5 meetings. And on top of that, this Iowa Western program is as much of a national power as any team's been over the last 4 seasons. 4 straight trips to the national championship game, 2 of which resulted in titles for the Reivers. So my name is Tanner Wilkinson. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. I'll be your lead play-by-play man this evening. Joining me in the booth, the one and only Gregory Sterner. Greg, good to have 2 former Badgers on the call. It's homecoming weekend. You and I are locals in the area, and boy, Snow College is a fantastic place. A lot of good things have continued to go on at this place over the years, and a lot of good things happened this week that we'll get to in our pregame show as well. It's just a good day to be a Badger, for sure.
6 graduates of Snow College in the Sterner household. At my house, all 6 of us have graduated from Snow College, so we definitely love Snow College and hoping to see maybe an upset victory here on homecoming night here in Ephraim.
We're 2 for 2 in our household, and one so much that we're both Snow employees at this point. With me doing the play-by-play, go take Professor Wilkinson's nutrition class.
Always got to give that shit.
I do.
That little plug.
That little plug. and I'll tell you what, it works more than you'd think. I always just do it to tease and, maybe get her a little red in the face. There are people that come into her class the first day and said, "So you're Tanner's husband," or Tanner's wife. You're Tanner's wife, and it's a lot of fun. Snow is a fantastic place, though. Greg, you talk about this would be such a big upset win for the Badgers. Iowa Western's owned this series. Snow won 6 matchups ago, but the last 5 have belonged to the Reivers, a couple blowouts, but for the most part, really tight competitive games. These 2 teams respect each other. These 2 coaching staffs respect each other a lot. And for the Badgers, you got to feel like this game is coming at the right time. You're great losses. You got off that monkey's back beating Lackawanna after starting slow. They were down 14-0. 2 3-and-outs for the Badger offense. You gave up 2 touchdowns. You end up scoring 50-plus in that game to get the win there. Then you have a bye week, so you have some time to rest up. You have 2 weeks to kind of prepare for this primetime matchup. And then the big news that came this week, in addition to it being homecoming, the Badgers are going to be in a conference starting next year as they get set to join the athletic college and to provide some really exciting matchups. And it makes Coach Erikson's job a lot easier, not having to find all those non-conference games have been.
We're airing the interview between you and Coach Erikson. You listeners, you viewers, listen to how excited Coach Erikson is about this. That should tell you everything you need to know if you're a Badger fan, how big it is to get in. Of a casual fan, they're still playing 9 or 10 every year. Big deal to get into a conference. Listen to Coach Erikson in this interview that he has with Tanner Wilkinson talk about how important this is for recruiting and just for schedule making. Not trying to find teams around the country and these prep schools and all that. You got 7 games built in every year where he only needs to fill 2 or 3.
So, and what's fascinating about this, joining the Southwest Junior College Football Conference, is they play a conference playoff, not even a conference championship game. The top 4 teams will square off again at the end of the season. And those count towards your game, so that's even 2 less games, ideally, that you don't have to fill. So they can schedule up to, I believe it's a game. It only needs to schedule 2 non-conference games a year. That's going to look like, he said, in a perfect world, and then maybe not necessarily a lower level. I don't want to say group of 5.
The FCS, if you will, if you're going to talk Division I football.
Sure. Yeah. But momentum is a really big thing when it comes to stuff like this. And you and I, we're Badgers. We're also Cougars. We're just going to get this out of the way.
There you go, Kingston.
And as BYU does score a touchdown as we're doing this pregame show. But looking at it.
We can multitask.
We can. the reason I bring up BYU is how similar are these situations. BYU wandered in independence for a long time. Kind of couldn't quite get over that hump, and then suddenly you get a big announcement like joining the Big 12. What did BYU do the day after it was announced they were joining the Big 12? They beat a team they had considered their biggest rival that they had not beaten in a long time, and carried that momentum forward. So for the Badgers, I think this is all coming at a really good time. Now, again, that's not to say all that momentum is going to guarantee you a win. It's not going to solve all your problems, but you got to be feeling the number 2 team in the country and potentially get yourself back in the fourth.
I like it. I like it. I agree.
You're tuned in to the Snow College pregame show. We'll take our first break. Coming back, what have the Badgers been up to? That win against Lackawanna was big. The joining the conference was big. My conversation with Coach Erikson is going to be coming up as well on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10, and SnowTV.
If you've ever ridden an ATV, you know how much fun they are. They're helpful for small jobs, too. Our credit union is your first stop for an ATV loan. Since we are member-owned and not-for-profit, it's a smart stop to make.
Utah Heritage Credit Union, your local credit union, federally insured by NCUA. Online at utahheritagecu.org.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed CentraCom fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
All right, this round's almost over. Box.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose CentraCom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
For over 70 years, Cache Valley Bank has been a part of Utah's financial landscape with 23 branches across the state of Utah. Cache Valley Bank isn't just a bank. We're neighbors, partners, and your financial advisors.
Committed to building stronger communities one transaction at a time with secure and reliable solutions, whether it's buying a home, expanding your business, or simply managing your day-to-day finances.
Visit any of our locations in Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, Fairview, or Nephi. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
This school year will be different.
This year, I'll do my assignments on time.
I will listen to my teacher.
I solemnly swear.
I won't eat any glue.
I'll do my homework every night.
Every night.
Research? No problem.
School? I got this.
This year will be different. Visit CentraCom.com to power your education with the best internet experience. Everyone succeeds with School to the Power of CentraCom.
The Snow College campus store has something for every member of the family to show their Badger pride. They have hoodies, mugs, car stickers, and more. Online students and parents can get in on the fun too, because now the campus store is online at store.snow.edu. Go there now for all of your Snow College apparel needs. Visit store.snow.edu. That's store.snow.edu.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim. 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
A lot of inclement weather that's been around the state over the last couple of days. I don't know how we got through as many high school games, got through little delays as possible.
The only one.
Yeah, I was down in thought, absolutely no way I'm making it through the no delay. We did have a 15-minute delay lack very beginning of that. So, but overall, good. right now. Still a little bit of sun out before the sun sets, some clouds hanging around. We are expecting some more clouds to kind of come in later on in the day. So, yeah, we'll continue to keep an eye on that weather for you. Well, Greg, before we get to this matchup real quick, want to talk a little bit more about this snow joining the Southwest Junior College Football Conference. Northeastern Oklahoma A&M leaves, so that provides a bit of an opening, if you will, an opportunity. As are we getting a game ball delivered via helicopter right now? Wow. I'm used to just seeing this at when we're calling state championship type events in football, but this is fantastic. Badgers will join Blinn College, Cisco College, Kilgore College, Navarro College, New Mexico Military Institute, Trinity Valley College, and who they played earlier this year, the game you and I did with Tyler Junior College. Coach Erikson talked about, when I spoke with him this week, that's a good enough conference that whoever wins that conference should get one of the 4 playoff spots.
For sure. Absolutely. Unless the conference winner goes and is lost. I don't know that could even happen in that good of a conference. You're going to have somebody that has 1 or 0 losses, I would say, about every year.
My dad's excited to come visit for Blinn College, the headquarters of Bluebell Ice Cream.
Oh, nice.
Where Blinn College is located.
I had a couple of buddies and a son go on a mission to Texas, and they all rave about Bluebell Ice Cream.
If you've been in a state that has it, you were in Vegas a couple weeks ago. I should have told. They have it in Vegas. I should have told you to go.
There you go.
Go pick it up down that way. But no, it's a fantastic group. And again, not to compare to BYU, but you look at the quote-unquote truck stop places that maybe you want to go. The Badgers are going to have some really good opportunities. And how big – that's another thing, Coach Erikson. He coached high school football in Texas prior to coming to Snow College. He's very aware of what a big deal football is at every level. And the Badgers are going to get some great opportunities over the coming years to go to these places. And then even where New Mexico Military, that's a team that's won a national championship in the last couple of years. Badgers are familiar playing them at different times throughout their schedule. So excited how this is all going to turn out, and really excited for this opportunity. Coach was very complimentary of President McKiff and the athletic director, Karen Johnson, for getting this done. He also gave a shout-out to former athletic director Rob Nielsen, was instrumental in the early talks of all this, how this was going to go down. It's just a good time to be a Badger, and a really good time to get into a conference, and it helps their playoff odds tremendously.
Yeah, and we're gonna listen to a portion of your interview. You can go to the SnowTV YouTube channel to hear the whole thing. I mentioned before the break that Coach Erikson talks about how excited he is to get into that conference. That portion won't be played on your coach's interview, but people can go listen to that if they want to. But anyway, big deal, huge
deal.
You've hit it very well.
Let's talk now about the Reivers. Again, number 2 team in the country. They've got 1 loss on the year. When you're the number 2 team and you have 1 loss, that loss is always going to be to the number. I don't care what level of football you're playing or what, but they lost to Hutchinson, who has also been a power. That's who beat Snow in the national championship several seasons ago.
It's the team that's beat Iowa Western twice for the national championship in the last couple of years, and Iowa Western also beat them once. So that's a rivalry right there between the Kansas and Iowa leagues.
Yeah, and again, coach the coaching staff at Iowa Western, they want to play the best. That's why they continue to schedule this matchup with Snow College. This is a group that wants to win, knows how to win, and a coaching staff that has certainly done it as well. They've got a specific name for it. The way that they're coached, the Stro Zone by head coach Scott Strohmeyer. He's done a fantastic job over the course of his career. Again, 4 straight trips to the national title game, 2 wins in that. This is not going to be a walk in the park by any means for Snow College tonight.
Yeah. I mean, if you were the next level, to the FBS, I mean, they're Georgia, they're Alabama. They're the team that everybody kind of hates. And I say that with as much respect as I could possibly offer. They're the team that everybody's sick of being in the national championship game, them and Hutchinson. So, yeah, it'd be a huge win for Snow tonight.
And that Hutch loss was on the road by 3.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
close game.
Very good tight game. Yep. Coach Strohmeyer, 17th season. Here's his record, Greg, 157 wins, 37 losses. I always say there's a difference between a program and what Coach Saban calls a program, and that is certainly the case with the Reivers. So they've won 12 conference championships during that span as well. So just fantastic stuff that Coach Strohmeyer's done. They score 36 points per game. It's their defense that's really solid, prevents under 20 points per contest. They've thrown for over 1,000 yards already on the season, not quite to 1,000 yards yet rushing, but they've scored a combined 24 touchdowns. They have 28.5 sacks on the season as a team, which is still worth it. Is wild to think about, but they force turnover. They force turnover first 5 games of the season for them. They're a team that looks to control the ball and wreak some havoc as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And in your interview with Zach Erikson again, what did he say about his offensive line? Do you remember that?
He said they're the best in the country.
He says, in his opinion, they're the best in the country. They got a chance to prove it tonight against that defensive line. I've called 1 or 2 games, I think 2 games, Gary Chittister and I have called Iowa Western against Snow College, and that's one thing that you'll notice, that defensive line. Snow can push around a lot of teams on the lines, on both lines. Iowa Western is up to snuff, if you will, with Snow. They are very similar on the lines.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll play that interview from Coach Zach Erikson. We'll have our national anthem coming up as well. Kickoff's in about 14 minutes. You're tuned into the Snow College pregame show. This is the Badgers and the Reivers on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10, and SnowTV.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people, and many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years, and there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Hey, what does the dentist of the year get? A little plaque. Well, all humor aside, a little plaque can be deadly. Let Dr. Colton Douglas at Douglas Dentistry make sure that a little plaque doesn't cause you a major health concern. Your good health is dependent on good dental hygiene, so make a call today and make sure you get to show off that awesome smile for years to come. Call Douglas Dentistry's new phone number, 435-258-9001, 435-258-9001.
We are all part of a team. Whether you are the quiet hero or the newest recruit, the steady anchor or the moral support, your team needs you. At Intermountain Health, San Pete Valley Hospital, we want to be part of your team. Partner with us on your health and continue to be a game changer for your teammates.
My art is an expression of my identity. As an artist, my identity is everything. Every stroke I make depicts my purpose and every signature brings my dreams to life. I am La Morena. With my style check-in account from Mountain America Credit Union, I can create with confidence, knowing I have built-in identity protection. This premium future lets me stay focused and bring college to the world. Open a new check-in account today. Make my style your lifestyle.
Doesn't that sound relaxing? At Risk Managers, we want to help you always feel that relaxed. So when you hear this, or this, or this, you know that you're protected. Peace of mind insurance solutions for individuals and businesses, so that you can always sit back and enjoy your drink.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West. Specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly, San Pete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026. Or go to sanpetesteel.com.
Back on into the Snow College pregame show. Got to sit down with Coach Zach Erikson earlier this week. We talked about a lot of things. There was a lot of talk about Badger Nation and amongst the football ranks, and he had a lot to say when it came to our conversation with the Reivers.
A lot of momentum heading into this weekend. You got homecoming, number 2 team in the country coming in Iowa Western. It's been well documented in our conversations big opportunity for you guys coming up on Saturday. Your thoughts on the Reivers initially?
Yeah, I mean, the Reivers are the Reivers, right? They are a top program year in and year out. You know, they do what they do, and they do it very, very well, right? They're not extremely complicated, but because they've had the continuity in their staff for years, those philosophies that are in place are ingrained in those kids or from the time they step foot on campus. And so they're very good at doing what they do. I mean, I don't know that there's anybody that knows Western as well as we do, right? You know, us and Hutch have played Iowa Western more than anybody else over the last 6 years. And that's because we've met them in the postseason.
Sure.
And so, you know, we have a great feel for them. They have a great feel for us too. It goes both ways. But I'm really looking forward to this because this is an opportunity for us really to kind of change the trajectory of our season, right? And I really believe in our guys. I believe in, you know, having the bye week, getting as healthy as we can. It's given us, you know, ample opportunity to prepare and get the right game plan in place. And so, you know, if you go back and you look at history, these are very, very close games that come down to a play here or a play there. And I don't expect this to be any different, right? I expect this to be, you know, whoever has the ball last or whoever, you know, can make this play or that play, that's who's going to win this football game. I love that we have it at home. I love that it's going to be homecoming and that it's going to be jam-packed and that it's going to be loud because that works in our favor. And so, you know, Coach Strohmeyer over there at Western, he and I have gotten to be very good friends, and we respect the heck out of those guys, and we love what they do, and I think that feeling is mutual to us and our program. And so we look forward to playing this game every year. Don't know what's going to happen going forward. I'm sure he and I will have some great conversations out here pregame about how we can keep this game alive because, I mean, this really has become our big rivalry game, you know, since we have gone independent. And I know he loves playing us, and I know we love playing them. And both of us feel the same. In order to be the best, you got to play the best. And both of us hold each other in that regard. And so just looking forward to the opportunity to get out there and play another football game against, you know, a high-quality opponent. This is what we tell our guys. You come to Snow College to play in these games, right? You don't come here to hope that you get X, Y, or Z. You come to play in these type of games. And so our guys have practiced well. They've got a great feel for the game plan. Like I said, we're about as healthy as we've been all year. And so just looking forward to the challenge, and hopefully we can go out there and not turn the ball over and not let them throw the ball over our head. And I think if we can do those couple of things, we should be ready to go.
You hinted at this earlier in our conversation, but riding behind those 5 offensive linemen, you feel like you got the right group. Seth Rigtrup's been going off in the backfield the last couple of weeks. How do you feel like that matches up with Iowa Western, you guys trying to establish that identity?
That's what we will do. We're going to establish that identity. I would go out on a limb, and I don't mean this arrogantly or to degrade other programs. I think our offensive line is the best offensive line in the country, and we will put this game on the backs of those guys and let them do what they do. Now, you know, Iowa Western obviously is very good defensively. They're always very good defensively. But I think with what Coach McFalls and you know, Coach Beecher and Coach Wilson have helped design in the run game this week, I think we got a lot of answers, and I think we have multiple answers, right? I don't think we're going to be one-dimensional. Obviously, we have option 1 and we have option 1B, right? But then we also have option 2, option 3, and option 4. And so, you know, I think having the bye week also gives you that time to be able to rep some of that stuff so that you can feel really good and you see it against the looks that you need to see it against, getting those extra 3-4 days of practice. And so I would not expect anything different. We're gonna try to go establish ourselves and dominate the line of scrimmage like we do every week. And if we can do that, which I think we can, I think we will, I think that bodes well in our favor.
Biggest thing that you try to keep your guys focused on where it is homecoming week, there are some extra festivities and whatnot. Anything different you feel like you guys need to do?
I don't think we do anything different. I think what they got from me Monday in our team meeting was your job for homecoming is to win the football game, plain and simple, right? There's going to be distractions. There's all these other things going on. Not that you don't partake, but you have to remember that your job for homecoming is to win the dang football game. And if we can keep that in mind as we go about some of the other things and not let it distract us, then I think we'll be just fine Saturday.
Coach, appreciate the time. Best of luck. Number 2 team in the country coming to Ephraim. Like you said, going to be a packed house here at Terry Foote Stadium.
Looking forward to it. Appreciate it, guys.
And on cue, it is a packed house here. This is about, I've seen this before kickoff, and folks are still trickling in, students still coming over from the tailgate. This have a big game like this, Greg. You get the community very much involved, kind of stuff. It's just a very enriching thing. And especially where like we said, you and I are alumni. We enjoyed our time very much here at Snow College. Both grew up in San Pete. We've been around it our whole lives. And for the best to come out and do what it's going to be behind that offensive line because of how good that front seven is for the Reivers.
Yeah, and on the as well, they games in a row, Snow's given up a 100-yard rusher. First time since 2011 that they've given up a 100-yard rusher in back games. Army, they run the ball a lot, obviously. But and then last week against Lackawanna, 500. Defense has got to play better as well.
We're going to take a break here and be right back. We're going to be back with our. This has been the Snow College pregame show on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom, Channel 10, and SnowTV.
I thought there was only one way to do college. I knew I needed training to set me up for a great career, but I didn't have 4 years. Snow helped me discover that college doesn't have to be about sitting in classes, counting down the hours. They showed me a way to get the edge I needed, and fast. The best part was with their low-cost programs and tuition assistance, I didn't have to go into debt. I was able to earn my certificate and start working right away. Snow College. This is college.
If you've ever ridden an ATV, you know how much fun they are. They're helpful for small jobs, too. Our credit union is your first stop for an ATV loan. Since we are member-owned and not-for-profit, it's a smart stop to make.
Utah Heritage Credit Union, your local credit union, federally insured by NCUA. Online at utahheritagecu.org.
For over 70 years, Cache Valley Bank has been a part of Utah's financial landscape with 23 branches across the state of Utah. Cache Valley Bank isn't just a bank. We're neighbors, partners, and your financial advisors.
Committed to building stronger communities one transaction at a time with secure and reliable solutions, whether it's buying a home, expanding your business, or simply managing your day-to-day finances.
Visit any of our locations in Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, Fairview, or Nephi. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
So you're all moved in. How's your new roomie?
Oh, she's cool. She's also a biology major.
Oh, that's great. You guys can help each other stay on top of homework.
I just hope the classes aren't hard. I'm kind of scared based on what I've heard.
You'll do great, I'm sure. We're proud of you.
Aww.
You ready to go?
Who's that?
Gotta go, Mom. Have a dorm meeting in 2 minutes. Love you.
Hello? Hello? Who was that?
CentraCom Fiber, because you don't just need internet, you need good internet.
The Snow College campus store has something for every member of the family to show their Badger pride. They have hoodies, mugs, car stickers, and more. Online students and parents can get in on the fun too, because now the campus store is online at store.snow.edu. Go there now for all of your Snow College apparel needs. Visit store.snow.edu. That's store.snow.edu.
To a close with our Snow College pregame show. The Badgers coming on out onto the field in their white helmets, navy uniforms, navy pants with the orange numbers and trim. As for Iowa Western, road all whites, getting icy over there on the opposing sideline. White helmet, white uniforms, white pants, as well as some blue numbers that should be really easy for us to read. I always appreciate when these schools do nice solid colors. None of this, you don't need the glitz and glamour for the numbers. Maybe on the shoulder pads, whatever you want there. Get a nice silvery helmet,
There you go.
Don't make the numbers shiny.
There you go.
That's my broadcasting plug. Greg, let's get to some keys to the game. We talked about that front line for Snow College. James Olisio, 6'5", 305. Gabe Ofisa, 6'3", 305. Miley Fonua, 6'4", 205. Ire Leilua, 6'4", 330, and Sekope Wallace, 6'6", 300. That's a big group of guys up front to clear the way for guys like Seth Rigtrup, who was a player of the week 2 weeks ago. Forgot to throw that out there. It's got to be behind those guys. That's been the emphasis all season, and the Badgers feel like that identity has now finally been established after the last couple games.
Yeah, I think Seth, what did he have, 195? I think he had 195 yards in that game, had that big 80-something yard run. Really to get some momentum back to Snow College in that Lackawanna game. And you heard Coach Erikson talk about the fact that he, he's given it the prop for sure. But he says, we could put any guy back there, not any guy, but, any decent NJCAA running back there behind that line. But I would still give a little bit of credit to old Seth Richter.
Sure.
Kid's a speedster. I would say turnovers, huge key
Without
today.
question.
You saw earlier today in the Texas versus Oklahoma game, Texas is the underdog. They create some turnovers. It gives them some momentum against their rival. Let's see if Snow's able to do the same thing today.
Iowa Western won the toss, Greg. They have elected to receive, which how often do we see that
They
in,
want that
in
offense
any level
out there. Yeah.
Any level of football today. As the Badgers will kick off. Yeah, you're going to hear that, Cannon. You're probably going to hear us jump once or twice as well, as the kick is right at the end zone, taken out of the end zone by the Reivers. They get to the 15. Stutter step, 25-30, tripped up to the 35. A flag comes flying in, and the return man, number 6, is D'Angelo Barku. Running back freshman out of Johnston, Iowa. We'll see what this penalty is. I think that's another thing, Greg. First half against Lackawanna, Snow really cleaned a lot of things up. There's been some penalty issues. Second half, both teams got a lot of penalties. See if the Badgers can get off to a better start that way.
17 penalties for Lackawanna, 18 for the Badgers last week. That is something they absolutely need to clean up.
And it was double digits in the second half on those penalties. So the discipline has been better, though, for Snow. We saw some emotions get high in the Tyler game that you and I did on both sides, multiple ejections and whatnot. That has gotten better. So now 1st down and 10 for the Reivers as Malachi Marshall, their starting quarterback, takes the snap. It's a handoff left side. Runs into a wall. Coming up with a stop, Saleh Kunuka Williams, the redshirt sophomore, with a stop for the Badgers after just a short gain.
Good job holding the edge of that line there by Williams, just to hold that edge, not let the ball get going down the field. Jaden Robertson in on that one as well for the Badgers.
Two guys that have been hurt during different points of the season. Glad to have both of them back. 2nd and 9. Play action for Marshall. Gets it to the outside, and the Badgers convene again, getting over to the outside, making that hit for Snow College, number 22. I believe that's Tenny Worthen, the safety.
Yeah, stepping up there. Good job there. Good quick pass. Badgers reacting on it well, not letting anything happen out there in the flat. Bring up 3rd and long.
Marshall, over 1,000 yards passing through 5 games, 13 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions. Pretty darn good touchdown to interception ratio for Marshall. 3rd down and 8 now. Badgers show blitz. They're going to bring it. Marshall gets rid of it over the middle. Pass is complete. Receiver has a block, but then stumbles and will go down. I believe Jaden Wright able to make the tackle out in the open field as Raekwon Adkins made the catch. Had a block, Greg, but got a little tripped up on his own feet.
Yeah, great open field tackle there by Jaden Wright. That looked like that was going to go for enough for a 1st down, and Wright stepped up and forces the punt here.
You talk about, for the Badgers defensively, how important is it to get a 3 and out, especially knowing Iowa Western wanted the football first, right? They're feeling good about themselves offensively.
Yep. Everything you would want out of a Badger defense right there.
Punt coming now. I believe this is Dax Knowles back to punt for the Reivers. A flag flies on this right at the snap. This punt is fielded about the 36-yard line out to the 40-42, and a very late hit out of bounds. Not seeing any flags come out, but again, where the flag at the snap, you wonder, is this procedural, like an illegal formation? We've seen that a couple times this season.
If that's the case, they shouldn't have let any of this happen right here, and that hit out of bounds. Whew. Yeah, you're not kidding, man. That was a late one. Oh, so they did throw a flag.
Yes, they did. Not for the hit. It's an illegal formation. So the play stands. Yeah. You can either re-kick or take the 5 yards. The Badgers liked where they were +5, and that's what they'll do.
I thought the white hat there was saying after the run there was another penalty, but he's just saying they're going to take it after the run. But Jaden Robertson, good to have him back, the speedster, back at return man. He's a threat to take it to the house every time he returns the ball.
Jack Thau in at quarterback again, has really gotten better each and every week the last couple weeks, looking to do so again today. 1st and 10, great field position for the Badgers. Rigtrup gets that carry, follows a lead block, falls forward. Going to get a decent gain on 1st down. Give him 4 yards for Seth Rigtrup on 1st and 10. Badgers trying to establish that identity.
Whole host of Reivers in there on the hit. In their first, Davion McClelly-Bulow.
2nd down and 6 for the Badgers. Rigtrup's checking out as the Badgers go empty set here. They're going to go with 2 receivers to either side with a tight end near side.
Yeah, there's no injury there. Rigtrup just coming out here.
Badgers going to do, there's trips to the near side, 2 receivers to the right. My apologies on that. Thau gets a new play call in from the sideline. Jack and shotgun now brings Kazon Villa into the backfield with him. Thau in gun, takes the snap. It's not a good snap. Muffles the handoff to Villa, spins out of it, and still somehow gets positive yardage. Near disaster for the Badgers, and Kazon turns it upfield for a gain of 2.
That almost looked like it was supposed to be a direct snap to the running back, and that really the receiver that came back there. Kazon coming back there, lining up in the backfield from his receiver position. It almost looked like it was supposed to be a direct snap right to him.
3rd down and 4 for the Badgers. Rigtrup back in tight formation here with 2 receivers to either side. That's Freddie DeBow along with Cale McCoy, Mikhail Paiva. I believe Stephon Sellers over on that far side. Now they send the 4 guys out wide, 2 to either side for Thau. Rigtrup is the back on 3rd and 4. Jack takes the snap. Pocket holds, throws a high over the middle, and it's intercepted. Beautifully read by the Reivers defense. Was trying to get it to Paiva as the interception comes, number 8 for the Reivers, Davion McClelly-Bulow.
Just playing center field there. Just sitting back as a safety out high. Thau doesn't see it, throws it right over the middle, and luckily Paiva was right there to make the tackle, because otherwise there might have been a little bit of room on that return as well.
You talk turnovers, Greg. Badgers not able to take advantage with a good field position. Drive ends in a turnover.
Yeah, as an underdog, you can't have it. And that would have been in field position where you probably would have went for it on 4th even if you didn't get it there.
Marshall, handoff directly up the middle. Badgers get there in a hurry, and it's still a gain of 3. Carry of this drive for the Reivers.
Coming out of that pile there, Keegan Hall, defensive end out of Nephi, made a big hit.
He's had a great season. Love seeing some local flavor on this Badger squad, and Keegan's certainly been a part of that. They give him 4, 2nd down and 7, as that was Daniel Swinney who got the carry. Swinney's going to take it again left side. Swinney stutter steps to the right, bounces off the guard, and is going to get close to a first down, going to be about a yard shy.
Big hole on this right side. Swinney just doing a good job to wait for the blocks to set up, and then brings up 3rd and really short here.
Badgers stay in the 4-man front, getting a new call in from the sideline. Reivers go with a tight end near side and 2 receivers, single receiver far side. Handoff up the middle, big hole, big first down and more into Badger territory. 40, 35, 30, forced out of bounds near the 25-yard line. An excellent run again, Daniel Swinney, and that offensive line doing a great job for the Reivers here early.
Boy, you're right. It took Jaden Wright, the linebacker, or safety, to come up from behind and get him out of bounds, but big run there. Good play call.
Colby Williams escorting Swinney out of bounds. Marshall in shotgun, sends his tight end from left to right, 2 receivers near, single to the right. Not a great snap. The handoff up the middle, and another solid first down run by the Reivers. And the ball comes out at the last second. Do the Badgers have it? They say they do. Do the officials agree? They do, and it'll be Badger football.
Coming out of that pile there.
Saleh Kanuka-Williams came away with the football.
Thanks, Tanner.
What a couple of games he's had.
Yeah, starting
I think he forced that too, Greg. I think he both forced and recovered it for the Badgers.
Wow. Huge play for the Badgers after a big play by the Reivers to get down into Badger territory. And those turnovers are important, 1 for each now.
So we're nearly 5 minutes into the game. Both teams with a turnover now, and both turnovers occurred in opposing field territory for the defenses. So big stops from both teams. Now Iowa Western could not capitalize off their forced turnover. Can the Badgers now capitalize here? Kind of this wishbone-like formation here for Thau. Jack takes the snap, gives Rigtrup. Seth stutter steps and is just eaten alive right out of the gun. A loss on the play for Seth Rigtrup. That front of Iowa Western is really good, and there is a reason they're number 2 in the country.
Yeah, nothing doing there. Just pushing them backwards there for the Reivers. You had Jackson Cherry just taking the offensive lineman for the Badgers and pushing him back.
Second down and 11 for Thau. 2 receivers either side for Jack. Now gets another play call in from Coach Erikson on the sideline. Single back is Richtrup. Reivers showing a lot of blitz here. Decide to back off and only rush 4. Thau gets rid of it high and just nowhere on the side as he tried to get it to Mikhail Paiva. That's incomplete, and we'll bring up third down and 11.
Yeah, just too high on that throw. Second throw where Thau's been too high. First one was picked off. That one obviously just out of bounds, but just not really giving your receiver a chance.
Shout out to Mikhail Paiva's mom. Sent us some lovely treats from the great state of Hawaii that we've been enjoying here in the booth.
Love it.
Tonight.
Some macadamia nuts. Yeah.
Third and 11 for Thau. 2 to either side. Jack takes the snap, pocket, holding, and then he goes down. Had time initially, but a combination of guys getting in there for the Reivers. I believe Blake Hawkins was the first one in there, but we've got Laundry in the defensive backfield now.
Number 0, Jeremy Lewis, been making a lot of things happen as well here.
Is this in the area of a defensive hold potentially, Gray? That's usually where you see flags that deep out in the defensive backfield. Wow.
It's an automatic first down. Wow. Yeah, that automatic first down gets the Badgers huge, bails them out, really.
First down of the game, and it's brought to you by Douglas Dentistry. Douglas Dentistry with in-house financing. Show off that smile at 258-9001. So big opportunity now for Snow College. You had absolutely nothing going those 3 previous plays. It's a fresh set, and it comes at a much-needed time.
Got to see if they can establish the run here.
First and 10. Thau in shotgun, takes the snap. Gives Richtrup. Seth follows that block right side. Seth stutter steps, tries to get to the edge, does so. First down and more. Richtrup 40, stutter step 45, and he's brought down near midfield at the 47-yard line. Exactly what this Badger offense needed.
Way to seal that by out there, and then Seth just following his blockers out to the outside. Some good downfield blocking as well by Mikhail Paiva.
So Kope Wallace, that right tackle, one of the most sought-after guys by Division I schools on this Badger team, according to Coach Erikson. Another Douglas Dentistry first down for Thau. The give is to Richtrup again. Seth Stutter spins and is maybe going to get a yard. Stopped up in by number 42. Jerome Baker makes the tackle.
Yeah, you had Jeremy Lewis coming in on that one as well, and I think that's Richtrup down on the ground, unfortunately. You hate to see that. He's been such a big part of the offense. I would say he's been the offensive player of the year so far.
Oh, without question.
For Snow.
Really hate to see that. We're going to take an injury timeout, and we'll be right back right here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. CentraCom Channel 10 and SnowTV.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim. 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
Welcome back on in. Seth Richtrup, unfortunately, still down. And that's a big blow to the Badgers. I did a high school game last night, Greg, down in Kanab Duchesne. Duchesne's quarterback, who's had a phenomenal year for them in the 1A ranks here in the state of Utah, went down with an ankle injury on the second play from scrimmage and was out. And Duchesne still made it a game with their backup quarterback. You know, sometimes the emotional part of the game kicks in, and Seth is able to get up and walk off, showing some frustration, but walking off on his own power, which is hopefully a good thing. As Seth, you mentioned, has had such a strong start to the season. Big performance against Army. He scored 6 touchdowns in the last 2 games, both through the combined through the ground and on the air and through the air.
Snow's had a good history these last couple of years, last 4 or 5 years of putting running backs to the next level. Rashul Faison playing out at South Carolina, played at Utah State. You had Targi Lamson, who was, what was he, like the offensive player of the year or something for Southern Utah in the FCS level or something, running back of the year. Anyway.
Jalen Warren's another guy in recent memory, of course.
Yeah, sure.
So 2nd down and 9. Matt Wilson, who is more than capable at getting a good load at running back, one of the main returning guys from a year ago, gets a carry here. Matt follows that block, has a first down and then some, hurdles a man to the 40-yard line and gets a Douglas Dentistry first down. How about that for Matt Wilson? And that's what Coach Erikson said. Whoever we put behind this line, we know they can deliver.
Yeah, I love how Matt Wilson just read that hole on the right side of the line. Great blocking there by Snow College, by the offensive line, and Matt Wilson gives them another first down.
Wilson was a big part of this team last year. We got a diamond formation here near side, single to the right for Thau. Jack to pass on 1st and 10. Pocket collapsing. Jack's going to take off and run. Jack's got some space. 30, 25, tripped up down to the 21-yard line. Another Badger first down. Jack Thau, and that's something he's gotten better at over the coming weeks, Greg. Knows when to tuck and run.
Yeah, he's got some wheels too, doesn't he? Look at him right here, right when he hits that line of scrimmage. He's able to outrun a couple of the Reivers. Great run there by Thau.
Badgers go, I don't want to say no huddle, but a quick huddle. They'll go a tight end to either side, single receiver either side. The back is Wilson.
A lot more tight formation here for the Badgers.
Thau takes the snap. It's a give to Matt. Matt right up the gut. Big run on first down. Matt Wilson with a good gain. That might be enough for the first down. It's going to be 9 or 10 for Matt, depending on where they spot this. Another great run for Matt Wilson.
Yeah, if you're the Badgers, you love to see safeties stepping up to make a tackle. Getting all the way past the first level, the second level, into that third level, defensive backs before they're being brought down these last 3 runs.
2nd down and inches at this point for the Badger offense. They go split back here. Tapu Soa in the backfield with Thau and Wilson. 2 receivers far side. The give is to Matt. Matt follows that lead block, stutters, falls forward. 1st and goal down to the 6-yard line. Matt Wilson has come in with an opportunity and is seizing it. Give this Badger O-line all kinds of credit. The block off the edge from the right guard, Ire Leilua.
That's who I was just going to, give him that credit. Number 71 there. Great block there from the left tackle.
1st down and 10. Or 1st and goal, excuse me, for the Badgers from the 7-yard line. 2 receivers near side, split back set again for Thau. Jack takes the snap. It's give Wilson. Wilson right side, pushes forward and maybe gets a yard. Well defended by the Reivers. After the Snow offensive line's been having their way this drive.
Yeah, look at how quick that gap just closed by the Reivers there. You thought there was a little bit of room off a tackle on the right side, and then the linebacker just comes in. I think coming in there, that was Tim Robertson for the Reivers.
2nd and goal from the 6, a gain of a yard. Split back set again, 2 receivers either side here for Thau. Jack sends his tight end fullback in motion. The pitch is high. Wilson able to just hold on to it. Was not, I don't know if the pitch was bad or if it just wasn't caught cleanly by Wilson. A loss on the play.
Does that?
Throwing down, but we've got some laundry here.
Oh, okay. Does that play right there remind anybody of a 3rd overtime against Army?
Yikes. I'm sure there's some flashes happening.
Ugh.
But the penalty, because it was thrown where the
doesn't look like anything, yeah.
Do they end up picking it up? Yeah, they pick it up, so no flag. 3rd and goal from the 10. Trips near side, single receiver right side for Thau. Wilson the back. Thau to pass. Running out of time, dancing with it. Jack now rolls to his right. A flag's going to come in. This is going to be a hold. And he's sacked either way back at the 21-yard line. So the Badgers had 1st and goal from the 7. And the penalty will be declined.
Penalty will be roughly the same spot as it would have been with the tackle, and you don't lose it down if you're the Reivers. So you force that field goal. If you're the Badgers, you start 1st and goal from the 6, and you go forward just a couple inches on the first play, and after that it's straight backwards. Thau has got to this Reiver defensive secondary is really good. You got to be drop and get that ball out of there. That defense coming quick.
To 37-yarder. This kick is on the way, and it is through for 3. So with 4:40 remaining in the play, Snow Western 0, Utah, CentraCom Channel 10, and SnowTV.
As a urologist, my job includes treating kidney stones, diagnosing, treating prostate cancer, and other disorders of the urinary system. Here at CVMC, specialists and primary care physicians all work very closely together.
As a family physician, being able to have continuity of care and direct relationships with our specialists is something we're very fortunate to have here.
I'm Dr. David Sewell, board-certified urologist. I'm proud to provide state-of-the-art care here at Central Valley Medical Center.
Badger at 3 despite having a 1st and goal. With
question about it either.
No.
Drilled that thing.
Well, and in the Lackawanna game, they had to hurry and get a field goal attempt up before halftime because they were out of timeouts, ran the team out, got the field. They felt the last couple weeks. As Brandt approaches here, sends this one very enough opportunities. It hits the on the north end of the stadium here. So Reivers come back out, moved the ball much better on their last possession, Greg. The problem is coughed it up in the red zone.
One play they moved the ball really well all the way down here. Yeah, near the red zone. But great job by Snow to get that turnover, give the ball back, get a 3 out of it. We talked about it in the pregame. So important for turnovers here against a higher-ranked team, a very favorite here, Western Reivers. Snow needs those turnovers, capitalize them.
This is packed here at Robert Stoddard Field and Terry Foote Stadium. 2 receivers near side for Malachi Marshall. First is complete. The receiver early and then ultimately gets forced down. That's Javen Moore.
Trying to get the Badger that stepped up there just about had to pick it perfect.
Is it Robert?
Yeah.
Any were than the 2 defensive backs in the area. You also had Mario Williams Jr. coming over to help finish that off.
Well,
second down and short here for Marshall. Pocket holding. Marshall's going to take a shot. Triple. Excellent breakup on the play. Jaden Robertson got his paw. How could he have timed that any better, Greg? And how high did he jump to get his paw on it?
Yeah, 2 straight great plays in there. Almost had it, but one come from behind. Perfect defensive back play there by Jaden Robertson.
3rd down and short. I like that play call for Iowa Western when he got in short. Test the secondary, take a shot. Down near side with a tight end near side as well. Single back, handoff. Out past 2 and a good run. And you'll move the sticks for the Reivers.
Reivers have figured out the middle. Got plays out of that here. Snow's figured that out.
Quickly to the line go the Reivers. Now needing to get a sub out. Yeah. For Malachi Marshall. He's got a single tight end far side, single receiver far, 2 to the near side with a single back. Marshall, handoff Swinney. Takes that carry right up the gut. Badgers convene, but not before he gets 5 yards.
Yeah, again, that same play just to the opposite side this time. And about 5 yards there. Snow, you're into the Snow linebackers before anybody touches the running back.
Stop made by Okosutino Saw, who had the big fumble recovery last against the game in the game against.
He's got to come out.
Someone's got to come out, yeah, and they have to allow for the sub. Play clock still at 20, so there was plenty of time, and now we're set. Could have been disaster for the Badger defense, but Iowa sub out for that. Near to the left for Marshall. Play clock's at 7 now. Down to 5. Marshall with 4. With 3, takes the snap, and this is going to get stopped. See what the call is here at the line of scrimmage. We got a false start. We certainly do.
Yeah. Pushing back to 2nd and 10 here. Give back what you just gained on 1st down.
Greg, do you have thoughts on the whole substitution thing? That's been a big conversation in college football. Do defenses take too much time to get out? Do they use that to their, what do you have thoughts on that?
One team that's very good at it, so I have some very negative thoughts about
it. I'm kind of poking the bear.
But it's a rule, so why not utilize it? They've told them they need to hurry it up this year. You can't walk out there as a defensive sub.
2nd down and 10. Marshall back to pass, throws over the middle. It's intercepted. Badgers get it at the 45-yard line. Cut back to the 30, 25, stays on his feet. Tayson Reed, 10, to the 5, staying up, and he's in for 6.
Look at the stiff arm right outside the goal line there by Tayson Reed. What a play by him, looking like a receiver there. Look at the cutback right there. Whoop, making a guy miss. Chris Berman, whoop. Now watch the straight arm right here. The last 5 yards all on Tayson's back.
We talked about turnovers, Greg. Badgers now lead it 2-1 in the turnover category. Points off turnovers. Snow's got 9. Iowa Western was 0. Now for the extra point, the Badgers have this swing play that they do run from time to time. We'll see if they do elect to. They're going to go for 2 here. It's a pitch,
option.
right, option, and it goes horribly for the Badgers. For as exciting as the pick 6 was, that went about as poor as you could on the 2-point conversion.
I'm trying to see, was that Junior Kafusi that had that return? Geez, we're saying Taysom Reed. I don't know if we can see that.
I thought I saw a 10.
Can we see that replay again by chance, that couple of plays ago on the interception, Adam?
I called Taysom. I thought I saw the 10 and the linebacker, what do you call that, the shoulder plate thing that a lot of these linebackers will use.
Yeah.
See, I'd be surprised if Kafusi was that far back in coverage where he's a D lineman, but
we'll get that right.
That's Taysom Reed, yeah.
Okay.
That's number 10, Taysom Reed. And he was our St. Pete Steel man of the game against Lackawanna. Had 15 total tackles, combined tackles in that game. Now gets the pick 6. You don't want to give an award to a guy twice, but when you get a pick 6 early against the number 2 team in the country, he is certainly the front runner to win that again.
And doing things like that, man, that stiff arm at the 5-yard line to get the rest of the way, that's a beauty.
Brandt to approach at the 35. Badgers with a 9-0 lead. They go for 2, do not get it. Iowa Western will now run this out at the 2. 15-20, a massive hit as the return man, number 26, Caden Johnson, brings it out past the 20. That's a big hit, Greg.
Yeah, big hit out there trying to get the number for Snow. When you can only see the front side of Snow's jerseys, it's almost impossible to see those jerseys.
Our scoreboard tonight is brought to you by someone you're familiar with, Greg, Utah Heritage Credit Union, your local credit union with offices in Moroni, Mount Pleasant, Ephraim, and Gunnison. Proud to support Snow College.
Tianakuma Atuaya. I don't know if I said his first name right, but that was Atuaya with the big hit there on the return.
Like it. So they mark it, geez, at the 19-yard. I thought he at least got to the 20. They're going to say 19-yard line for Marshall. Wow, and the Badgers blow it up instantly in the backfield. That's Junior Kafusi coming up with a massive play. And they've moved him inside. He was more on the edge early in the season. They've moved him to more of an inside spot on that D-line. Read that to perfection with a swim move.
Yeah, excellent play there to get into the backfield, blow up that middle run that the Reivers have had some luck with.
Second down and 14, minute 48 to go, opening quarter. Badgers up 9-0. Marshall to pass on first down. Gets it out into the flat to the 20. Receiver breaks a tackle, has first down yardage and more. 40, 50, into Badger territory at the 40-yard line. Boy, did the Western Reivers need that as they get into Badger territory.
Yeah, and you see TJ Hudson out there for Snow, and I was about to say good open field tackle, hold it behind the sticks. You got to make that hit out there when you're on an island like that.
And they're going to say he stepped out or was down further. I thought he was out past the 40, but they're going to say at the 42, an interesting spot. 2 receivers far side as Marshall takes the snap, hands off Swinney, right up the gut, and a good push from this Iowa Western front. They'll get 4, maybe 5 on first down.
Good job by the linebacker for Snow to fill that gap right there, not let that go any further. I think that might have been Reed again. Junior Kafusi was in there as well. No, that was Mario Williams.
A couple of these guys on defense have been in and out of the lineup with injuries. This is as complete as this defense has felt all season. 2 to either side for Marshall. Goes with an audible to the sideline now. Under a minute to play, opening quarter. Badgers sit with 3 at the line, 1 linebacker standing. Snap to Marshall on 2nd and 6. Runs out to his right, throws on the run, has a receiver near the sideline. It's incomplete, just led his man a little far. In coverage was the safety, TJ Hudson.
Pretty good pressure there by Court Moon coming from his outside linebacker position for the Badgers to hurry the quarterback to have to roll right and not just stay in the pocket.
3rd down and 6 now. I'd imagine you're nearing some 4-down territory here if you're Iowa Western. The momentum's been on Snow's side. You just got a big chunk play. I'd assume they want to keep this going. 2 to either side for Marshall. Single back is Swinney. On 3rd down and 6. Marshall takes the snap, back to pass. Quick hitter to the outside. Swinney makes a man miss, has a first down and then some as he gets out of bounds. That was not Swinney, that's D'Angelo Barku, the backup running back, taking the catch and run. Nearly got blown up on the play. It was read right and then just a whiff.
Man, second time on this drive so far that a Reiver out on the outside near the sideline has just made a Badger whiff. Otherwise, the Badgers stop it before the first down sticks, and both times it gets the Reivers a first down.
Snow subbing here again, kind of late, but again, the officials are making them wait on this, and now Kafusi's got to get off.
Better hustle.
The officials moved before Kafusi was out, and Coach Erikson's got to take a timeout here. That's the second time there's been some confusion about who's subbing in for who, as we'll take the timeout as well. Badgers take it. It's a Central Valley Medical Center timeout on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom, Channel 10, and SnowTV.
Hey, what does the dentist of the year get? A little plaque. Well, all humor aside, a little plaque can be deadly. Let Dr. Colton Douglas at Douglas Dentistry make sure that a little plaque doesn't cause you a major health concern. Your good health is dependent on good dental hygiene, so make a call today and make sure you get to show off that awesome smile for years to come. Call Douglas Dentistry's new phone number, 435-258-9001, 435-258-9001.
9 seconds remaining in this opening quarter. That timeout brought to you by Central Valley Medical Center. From orthopedics to pediatrics, trust CVMC. Well, Greg, overall, the first quarter has certainly been won by the Badgers without question. You got a 9-0 lead. Now the two-point conversion didn't go the way, and that's why we're at 9 for anyone who's just joining us. But I think a good timeout in a way, too. Even though you could have gotten to the end of the quarter, make sure things are right for this defense. Marshall, handoff up the middle, Swinney. Keeps the legs churning, is met by Jaden Wright, but again, gains 4, maybe 5 yards. And that will take us to the end of quarter number 1. After 1 quarter of play, number 13, Snow College 9, number 2, Iowa Western 0 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10, and SnowTV.
We are all part of a team. Whether you are the quiet hero or the newest recruit, the steady anchor or the moral support, your team needs you. At Intermountain Health, San Pete Valley Hospital, we want to be part of your team. Partner with us on your health and continue to be a game changer for your teammates.
My art is an expression of my identity. As an artist, my identity is everything. Every stroke I make depicts my purpose, and every signature brings my dreams to life. I am La Morena. With my style check-in account from Mountain America Credit Union, I can create with confidence, knowing I have built-in identity protection. This premium future lets me stay focused and bring college to the world. Open a new checking account today. Make my style your lifestyle.
Back on in after 1 quarter of play. Your 13th ranked Snow College Badgers lead the number 2 Iowa Western Reivers 9-0, a pick 6 that put the Badgers up 9-0, and then went for 2, didn't get it, kicked a field goal earlier in the quarter. Got to be feeling somewhat good about how that opening quarter went, Greg.
Almost couldn't have went any better. Other than the pick thrown by Snow College, the interception in Reiver territory really couldn't have gone better.
Marshall with 2 to either side. Single back is Swinney on 2nd down and 5. Gets a new play call in from the sideline here as the Reivers in the red zone. Were they in the red zone on the opening drive? Yeah. Or on the second drive, I mean? They were when they turned it over. Handoff left side. Swinney has a good block. This is likely coming back, though, with the flag as Swinney's out at the 5-yard line. Laundry comes in, and defensive coordinator Mark Wilson on the sideline saying, yeah, we'll gladly take that back.
I wonder if there was a hold on the outside. You see a hold, it looked like maybe a hold downfield, but that flag had came out before that, so we'll see what it is. It is going to be a holding against the Reivers, pushing back 10 yards. Huge.
Extremely significant there where you're going to have 1st and goal at the 5, and instead you're looking at 2nd and 15 based on where that hold took place. Phenomenal start to this game for Snow College's defense. Have given up a few big chunk plays, but overall the bend don't break mentality has worked so far. Not meaning to give any BYU fans PTSD there. 2 receivers either side for Marshall. Single back set on 2nd and 15. Takes the snap, play fake. Pocket holds well. Marshall's going to become a runner. Looks to fall forward and just slides smartly to keep himself upright. Gets back to that 10 yards to gain line and back at the original chain.
Kanuka Williams was chasing him down. If he wouldn't have slid right there, might have had a big hit.
Coaches love a quarterback who knows when to slide, keep themselves upright.
Perfect timing.
So 3rd down and 10. This is a big 3rd down for this Badger defense. You got 2 trips to the right, single receiver near side for Marshall. Single back, Badgers look like they may be showing blitz. Now a new call comes in from the sideline for the Reivers. Marshall on 3rd down and 10. Takes the snap, back to pass. Pocket holds, throws into a tight window, but gets it there for right near the sticks. That's going to be enough for a first down. An excellent throw and catch. Number 14, Cyrus Courtney.
Yeah, you had two Badgers kind of near the receiver there. Just threw it right on the numbers right when he made the turn. So those Snow safeties weren't able to step up quick enough to knock the pass away.
Iowa Western able to overcome, getting behind the chains. 1st and 10 now from the 15 for the Reivers. Trips near side, single receiver far side with a single back. That back is Swinney. They bring the tight end in motion as well as a receiver. Take the snap.
Yeah.
Flag's going to fly here. Didn't have either guy set. You got to have at least one of the two sets.
Well, what happened was that it seemed like the first guy got set, but they went in motion at the same time, so it can't be a motion. It has to be a reset, like you're just a shift. It needed to be a shift, so both of them had to come to a stop, and then one of them could have went back in motion. So that's what it's going to be, push the Reivers back again. Penalties have definitely hurt the Reivers here in this first half.
So now we got 1st down and 15. Looking at penalties, Snow has not been called for one. That's already 6 on Iowa Western in this opening half. And we're 2 minutes in, and really just 2 minutes into the second quarter.
Yeah, 6 penalties for 45 yards on Iowa Western already.
1st and 15 now. Marshall takes the snap. They go with a little tornado to the outside. The Badgers snuffed it out well initially, and still not much there. No gain on the play. Probably could have been dropped for a loss, but at the end of the day, no gain.
Yeah, number 80 there for Iowa Western, Trey Brown. Trey just getting back to the line of scrimmage or getting maybe a yard or so there. That was all on his legs because Snow read that really well, and he was able to make a couple of guys miss.
Iowa Western watching some BYU Kansas City film, that little tornado spot.
Yeah.
2nd and 15 for Marshall. 2 to either side. Single back. Again, we'll get a new play call in from the sideline. Badgers show 4 at the line of scrimmage. Marshall claps the hands. Play action on 2nd and 15. Marshall rolls to his left, going to fire, has a man wide open. Caught for a touchdown. Someone lost their man, and that man was Javen Moore, in for 6, and the Reivers right back in it.
Yeah, it's hard as a defensive back to keep playing for that long, but I don't even know if it was that time. Javen Moore was probably open 3 seconds before that even. You see no Snow College Badger within 10 yards of him. Good job by Malachi Marshall to recognize that, make it last a little bit longer there in the pocket, step out of the pocket, and then deliver on the post route.
Extra point coming here for the Reivers.
Ooh, that's big.
And it is
how did he make
barely through. My goodness, as close as you could
Look
get
at this replay. Watch this replay. Your holder is falling down. How did he even kick that? Oh, we can't see it on the replay there. Wow.
Gus Bashore, my goodness, gets it through. 12:04 to go before halftime. Snow College 9, Iowa Western 7 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10, and SnowTV.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West. Specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly, Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026. Or go to sanpetesteel.com.
So despite throwing a pick 6 on the previous drive and then being behind the chains at least, 3 different sets on that drive, Iowa Western able to find the end zone.
Watch this extra point here. It's a bad snap. Watch this. It's high, and the holder just gets it down. I got to get that holder's name out
92.
there. Jake Crackle? They say Krotzel.
Jake
Krotzel is how
Gus
it's pronounced.
Bashore made the extra. It's 92 kicking, 93 holding.
Great job by Jake to get that one down for his kicker, and that's huge where it's 9-7.
DeBow on the return. Gets past the 20 to the 22. Badgers will have 1st and 10. Real important drive for the Badger offense, Greg. They haven't been on the field for a hot minute. Last time they were, the drive stalled out, and they still got the 3 points, but needless to say, still big for this Badger offense. Now, Seth Rigtrip, unfortunately, out of his cleats on the sideline. He is walking, but he is out of his cleats, and maybe just trying to loosen some things back up, trying to test something. You can tell he wants to go back in and play.
He wants back in the game, doesn't he? Yeah, he's down there working it out. But Matt Wilson, as we mentioned, he was good in in relief for Rigtrop on that drive that he came in.
First down and 10 Badgers. The give. Wilson hit immediately, somehow stayed on his feet and fell forward for a short gain. Got blown up initially. Matt Wilson kept the legs churning there for the Badgers.
B.J. Campbell came in there quickly for the Reivers. Made the hit on Wilson, but he was able to kind of just blow that one off and get a couple of yards.
Second down and 8 now for the Badger offense. They're going to go trips far side. Single receiver to the right near side. Single back is Wilson for Jack Thau. Seeing a little lightning up in the mountains. Hoping that's further than 7 miles away at this point. The give is to Wilson. Matt. No, it's a pass, and it turns into a pick that's going to result in a pick 6. Our second pick 6 of the game. This time Iowa Western coming away with it. Dax Knowles.
I think it was
Zero.
Davion McLilly Bulow. Was it number 8? Nope, it was. You're right.
Dax Knowles, the freshman defensive back out of Norman, Oklahoma. The Badgers went with a play fake. And just like that, this game has flipped on its head. Iowa Western now with a 13-9 lead.
Wow, pick 6s for each side. And that was just an easy little play for Thau, and just not able to get it over the rushing defensive back that was blitzing.
Extra point coming here for the Reivers. After a bad snap the first, this one much better. That kick was still low, but it does go through. So with 11:19 to go before halftime, Iowa Western 14, Snow 9 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10, and SnowTV.
Doesn't that sound relaxing? At Risk Managers, we want to help you always feel that relaxed. So when you hear this, or this, or this, you know that you're protected. Peace of mind insurance solutions for individuals and businesses, so that you can always sit back and enjoy your drink.
Welcome back on in. Boy, this game has flipped on its head. Badgers led 9-0 after one quarter. It's now 14-9, less than 4 minutes in to the second quarter.
Wow.
Both teams have now thrown pick 6s.
Dax Knowles just did a great job. That thing was a fastball right at him, and he was able to pick that one off. And as he picked it off, there's nobody in front of him. He'd be running to Moroni. Nobody was even near him.
Kickoff on its way. This one a little bit lower, and DeBow just lets it go back into the end zone for a touchback. Badger offense will come back out here for first down and 10 on the offense. And this big drive now, Greg, boy, the way this momentum has shifted on a dime. Snow was feeling so good about how that opening period went, and the exact opposite has happened now in this second quarter of play.
Yeah, we mentioned right at the end of that first quarter that it couldn't have gone better for Snow. The second quarter couldn't have gone worse so far. Got to get something going here.
So both teams even with 2 turnovers apiece. Thau has thrown 2 picks, 1 pick from Marshall, and then a fumble from Iowa Western. 2 to either side for Jack. Thau takes the snap, gives Wilson. Bottled up immediately. Coming up with the initial hit as Wilson still keeps the legs going.
Wow.
I thought they were going to blow that dead. No, Matt Wilson gets 3 on the play. My goodness, what legs from Matt.
Wow.
I'm calling the play like it's over, and he's still well on his way to a couple more yards.
Yeah, you had one of the Iowa Western Reivers standing up celebrating their big play, and then Matt Wilson keeps pushing the pile.
Really give him 4 on that. Wow, what a run from Wilson. 2nd and 6
The
now.
offensive line has got to open up a little bit bigger holes here. That was all on Wilson that time.
And on this is, I thought someone jumped for Iowa Western first,
for sure
and that caused the reaction.
Yep.
From Snow College.
Are they going to say, yeah?
And that is the correct call. So an offside jump from Blake Dunigan. And that'll move the sticks. And honestly, smart to react. I think when you
they might not have called it if
he got
the
back
Snow
in
offensive
time.
lineman didn't move.
Give some credit to right tackle Sakope Wallace.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 6 becomes 2nd and a yard. 2 to either side for Thau. Single back for Jack is Wilson. Thau's going to play fake with it. Has time. Going to take a shot for Sellers. Stephon turns, tries to make a play, and it is intercepted.
Picked. Wow.
What a beautiful pick by number 21, Asa Lux. And the third turnover of the game for the Badgers.
Wow. Athletic play by Asa Loxke, gets that right hand up there. It wasn't really a bad throw. It was right on the just in stride for the Badger receiver. You say it was Sellers out there?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was right when he was in stride, but just a better defensive back play. Got one hand on it, knocked it to himself, and then he's able to come down with it and stay in bounds.
So the last 2 drives for Snow have resulted in turnovers, and both drives have lasted 2 plays. Now, the good news, this is about like a punt, the way through this deep back at the 30.
But you had 2nd and 1. You had 2nd and 1, and I get it. You're trying to take a shot down the field, but, man, that hurts.
Marshall brings a man in motion, takes the snap, give up the middle. Nice hole there for the Reivers, but the Badgers finish it off. Tenny Worthen in on the play for the Badgers. Along, I believe, Jaden Wright was on that side as well. Gain of 4 on first down for Swinney. Also had Tayson Reed on that play. That's one thing I like watching these Snow linebackers play a lot, Greg. They know their roles very, very well coached, and very assignment sound.
If you're the Badgers, you just can't let those runs get to that second linebacker level every single time, though. Even a good play by the Badgers there, it's still 4 yards for the Reivers.
Go with a jet sweep to the right side now. Badgers trying to get there and just cannot, as it's not going to be enough for a first down, but you had a chance to hit him right at the line.
Yeah, had a hold of him from behind, had that jersey, but the running back for the Reivers did a great job to get out of it.
Barku on the jet sweep. DeAngelo Barku will make it 3rd down and 2. Really 3rd and 1 for the Reivers here.
Big 3rd down for the Badgers if they are able to force the Reivers to punt, get the ball back, try and take the lead back.
Handoff up the middle. Swinney's going to get to the sticks and have a first down, and then another gain of 4, maybe 5. A lot of whistles getting blown here. We have someone lose a helmet.
Somebody hurt? Oh, yes. Yep.
So Swinney will have to sub out after losing his helmet. But it is a result of the run is a first down for Iowa Western. So 1st and 10 out past the 40 to the 43 for the Reivers. Single tight end near side with 2 receivers to the left. Badgers show 4 at the line of scrimmage. Marshall's going to hand it off left side. That run forward. Badgers do a much better job there. It's just a gain of 2, maybe 3 on the carry from Caden Johnson, who's we've seen in the kick return game tonight.
MJ Tullafu with a good play there from the defensive line. You like to see your defensive lineman making those initial hits instead of the linebacker. Kind of a theme that we've been talking about here.
2nd down and 7 now for the Reivers. We go in with the 2 receivers near side, single far. Snap Marshall, play action, keeps it himself, decides to run it, and just goes down. I think he just lost his footing again, Greg. I don't know if he decided to slide or if he lost his footing, but it's only going to go as a gain of a yard.
You had a couple of Badgers right there coming in on a Mario Williams Jr.
Mario hit him, yeah.
Mario hit him first and took him down. Just a very short gain there for the Reivers.
3rd down and, boy, yeah, that might not have even been a full yard. 8 minutes to go before halftime. A big 3rd down here, 3rd and 6. And we're going to stop play here for a moment. I don't think a timeout's being called here. And now we're good to go. So I don't know if it was something with the ball being set or what the situation was, but either way, 2 to either side now for Marshall.
Again, a 3rd down stop for the Badgers would be huge here.
They bring pressure, nearly get there. Tayson Reed nearly got to him. Marshall's dancing around, heaves it up. He has a man wide open. The ball's going to get there. It's caught at the 10 and into the end zone for 6. Number 17, Jimmy Trilla takes it in. My goodness, talk about throwing up a prayer.
How did Jimmy Trilla get so far behind the defense here? Somebody just let him go. Tons of pressure by the defensive line and the linebackers, and Trilla just sneaks past the safety.
And this game is absolutely turned on its head. 22-9 now for Iowa Western with the PAT pending. Badgers led 9-0 after 1, and it has just all come unspiraling in the last 8 minutes. Extra point on the way, and it is no good. So the extra point is no good. It remains an 11-point game. Iowa Western 20, Snow College 9 with 7:29 to go before halftime on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom, Channel 10, and SnowTV.
I thought there was only one way to do college. I knew I needed training to set me up for a great career, but I didn't have 4 years. Snow helped me discover that college doesn't have to be about sitting in classes, counting down the hours. They showed me a way to get the edge I needed, and fast. The best part was with their low-cost programs and tuition assistance, I didn't have to go into debt. I was able to earn my certificate and start working right away. Snow College. This is college.
Coming back out, the Badgers, boy, this Greg has just – football's a funny thing. Momentum's a funny thing in the game of football, and Iowa Western's got all of it right now.
Yeah.
You're thinking Snow's about to get a sack when –
look at that. I mean, just look at this. And Marshall just off his back foot chucks it down the field, and Jimmy Trilla, who had snuck out.
At 10, 15-yard separation,
Yeah.
I mean – that kind of thing just can't happen.
Yeah, the defensive backs for the Badgers just lost him. I don't know if they were looking in the backfield, watching for the sack there. I don't know what it was, but they lost him.
Buster's made an appearance here tonight, trying to get this crowd reinvigorated. And this crowd was rocking here early in this one when Snow took that 9-0 lead, and now it's 20 unanswered for Iowa Western. The PAT game has not been so sure for Iowa Western. Barely made one of them, and then missed another as DeBow will take the knee in the end zone, and that is the smart decision to make as the Badger offense now comes back out. 3 interceptions for Snow College in this first half for Jack Thau in the offense. Needing to get something going here offensively.
Yeah, I don't – that Reivers defense is just tough. I don't know, do you move the pocket a little bit, get Thau outside? He's shown he can run, had a nice run there in the first quarter to gain some yards when a play broke down. But maybe give him another option, give him some easy options, get that drag route across the middle or something.
First down and 10. We got 2 receivers near side for Thau, single receiver far side. Wilson remains in at the back as Seth Rigtrip remains on the sideline still talking with the athletic training staff. Thau takes the snap, gives Wilson. Wilson looks to go off tackle, and as good as Matt's been in relief, nothing there. Just not getting that push that we saw on the drive the Badgers got the field goal. And even then, Greg, at the end of that drive, that push had stalled.
For sure, you had first and goal from the 6, and they went backwards. The field goal was a 38-yard field goal.
Second down and 10, 2 receivers near side, single far side for Thau. With a single back, Jack takes the snap, give Wilson on second down, and just gets met immediately again. Nothing happening. Jeremy Lewis, the first man to hit him, and then coming up, Davion McClilly-Bulow. 2 guys in on the play.
Yeah, they're just able to pin their ears back, the Reivers. They are not trusting the throw game from Thau and the Snow College offense at all.
That's a loss. So no gain on first down, a loss of 1 on second down. Now third down and 11. Trips near side, single receiver left for Thau. Gets a new play call in from the sideline. This Badger offense had some momentum, and it is just completely stalled here. Can they get a big play on third down? Thau takes the snap, play fake. Pocket collapses immediately. Thau is ripped to the ground and sacked in the backfield. Jeremy Lewis comes up with the big play. Jack's a little slow to get up.
Called Jeremy's name how many times tonight? Called number 0 multiple times, and Jack Thau just had absolutely no time for anything to happen. Downfield, there is a flag that, Tanner, you're pointing out here. I don't know, maybe a little bit of extracurricular out there, I'm assuming.
Snow's offense looks like they're staying out there. Was there another defensive hold downfield?
Either that or something after the play, because Freddie Dubois is he's pretty sure it's on the Reivers.
This offense is staying out there as they wave it off. So they'll wave it off.
All right, yeah, the coaching staff over on that other sideline, they were in the ear of the officials that time.
So the sack stands. It'll be fourth down, and the Badgers, for the first time, was this the first punt? We'll see. Or second punt. We did get a punt from Iowa Western on their first possession. First punt of the night for Snow College and Jay Summers.
Jack Thau was able to come off the field. He was a little bit hobbled, looked like there, but he came off under his own power He just had no time that time. That Reivers defensive line just causing havoc. Again,
nearly gets it blocked, gets it away. It's a high kick. Fair catch called for at the 45-yard line. So good field position now for the Iowa Western offense. So now with this Badger defense, Greg.
In that first quarter, caused 2 turnovers, the Badger defense did. A fumble and then a pick 6. Got to get something here. Got to get something here to try and flip this game. It was 9-0 at the end of the first quarter, and we're 10 minutes into this second quarter, and it's 20-9 now. You've given up 20 points. You've got to get stout here if you're the Badgers.
First down for the Reivers to either side.
The Reivers have done a great job setting up the pass by the run.
Yes.
They've just run it right up the middle. Haven't even had to go much on the outside.
Marshall gets the snap. It's a run up the gut again from Swinney. Met much sooner,
Yeah,
but still a gain of 3.
Pushed him backwards. Yeah.
And see, that's the initial contact came around the same spot, Greg. But yeah, it's the push back instead of the push forward, for sure.
I think Mario Williams Jr. was in on that one again. Right? Did I see 34 in there? Yeah, I think I saw him in there.
Only going to give
Caleb
him 2.
Miller, another one. MJ Talafo, another one they gave credit to here on the big board.
Second down and 8 now. Tighter formation here for Marshall and the Reivers. Brings a man in motion again. Goes with the play fake on the jet sweep. Marshall rolls out to his right. Has time now, running out of it. Is just going to smartly throw that away as Mario Williams Jr. was in hot pursuit. Well done by the Badgers in the secondary.
Yeah, it looked like Reivers might have had somebody coming open here on this other side, but you had the receiver the quarterback rolling out to the right and not going to be able to throw it all the way back to the left.
This is the biggest third down of the game without question. If you're Snow's defense, you got to get off the field. And if you're Iowa Western and you're smelling blood, you're looking for the kill here. Tight formation again with a bunch to the far side, single receiver near side. 3rd and 8, Marshall, back to pass. Pocket holds, throws a dart right at the sticks, and will have the first down. And then some is reaching out. I don't think Javen Moore needed to reach out, but he did either way. And the Reivers move the sticks again on 3rd down.
Javen Moore, the guy that had that first touchdown catch, had a big catch there to move the sticks, get him into Badger territory.
No huddle here for the Reivers. Ball at the 41 of the Badgers. Handoff right side. Flags fly at the snap from just about every official threw a flag there. That's a run of 10. Is keeping it on the ground was D'Angelo Barku.
I think Snow was late getting somebody in. Somebody coming off was late and was a couple of steps from getting off the field. That penalty will be declined after that run, though.
Yeah. And penalties have not hurt the Badgers much tonight, and they decline. And even in this one, it's not even going to be an accepted penalty. So.
Yeah.
First down and 10 now from the 30 of Snow College. Iowa Western just moving it at will in this second quarter. 4:30 to go before halftime. Now we can kind of see why Coach Strohmeyer wanted this offense to possess the ball first. We were kind of scratching our heads. No longer. Marshall, play action. Pocket holds well for him. Going to take a shot. One-on-one coverage deep, and it's just overthrown. Robertson was there in the area, and that pass was never going to be caught either way.
Yeah, Robertson did a good job to kind of force his man out of bounds, not physically, but just running with him.
Yeah.
So the receiver had to go out of bounds. Even if he would have came back in and caught it, it wouldn't have been complete because he would have went out of bounds before coming back in.
Second down and 10 now after the Reivers take a shot. They go with a no huddle here, essentially, 2 to either side for Marshall. Badgers show 4 at the line of scrimmage. Now an audible comes in. This team communicates very, very well, coaching staff to players. Do the Reivers. Marshall claps the hands. This play's blown dead. We got guys moving early again. Yeah, false start on Iowa Western. Now the question, Greg, can the Badgers take advantage of this? They've had multiple penalties, self-inflicted wounds from Iowa Western that they just haven't been able to capitalize off of. Iowa Western's overcome it.
I don't know if Jason Ball, if one of the stats that we get, I don't remember if 3rd down conversions is one of those stats.
Without questions it is, yeah.
But that's important.
It's going to be very high.
It's so important this game. Iowa Western here in this second quarter, every time they get a 3rd down, they've been able to convert.
Second down and 15, 4:12 to go before halftime. Marshall sends a man out in motion. Badgers bring a late blitz, throw over the middle, wide open receiver again for another touchdown. No one was around Trey Brown. He's in for 6, and the onslaught continues. 26 unanswered for for the Iowa Western Reivers.
Marshall just does such a good job to sit back in the pocket, wait for that to happen. That's kind of right where the blitz came from, really, if you're the Badgers. I don't know if that linebacker would have been dropping back that far, but it was right where he was coming from, and then just throw that seam route. I mean, it's really just forego, just 4 seam routes.
Favorite Madden play to run, right?
Yeah.
Extra point coming here for the Reivers. They're 2 for 3 on extra points. That one goes through with no doubt. So with 4:05 to go before halftime, it's number 2 Iowa Western 27, number 13 Snow 9 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10 and SnowTV.
My name is Jared Livingston. I grew up in Sanpete County, Utah. I remember going down to the feed company back in the little offices there, got my first loan through Utah Heritage Credit Union. And ever since then, fell in love with the personal atmosphere that you get with a local credit union. Been there ever since I was a little kid to today, whether we're dealing with an auto loan or just cashing a check, they're right there every time we need them.
Welcome back on in. 27 unanswered points by the Iowa Western Reivers. Looking like a number 2 team in the country right now.
Boy, in this second quarter they have. I'll tell you what, 9-0 at the end of the first quarter. Hate to beat this dead horse, but if you're just joining us, it's 9-0. Snow's up at the end of the first, and we said, our exact words were, couldn't have gone better in that first quarter for Snow. The script has flipped.
On the return, gets tripped up, but falls forward to the 20-yard line. Badger offense back out there. And as bad as this has been, 3-possession game at this point, short 3-possession game. If you can get a touchdown before the half, you get the football to start the second half if you're Snow College. But you've got to put it together right here, right now at this time, Greg.
Is Snow going to be able to put anything together offensively right here? Because that really hasn't happened too much here. It hasn't happened at all in the second quarter.
And the one drive that it did happen, they had to settle for 3.
You're right.
So Thal with 2 to either side. Wilson remains the back as, again, Seth Richtrup injured in that opening quarter. Low snap. The give is to Wilson, and he is just bottled up immediately.
Every time. Yeah, that time Blake Hawkins coming through there from his linebacker position, just unimpeded.
Number 40 for the Reivers. We're saying we're calling these names a lot, this front 7 for Iowa Western. There's a reason for it. They are just winning the battle every snap.
Absolutely dominating here in the second quarter.
Second down and 12 for Thal. They're going to go trips to the far side, single receiver near side for Jack. Just 4 at the line of scrimmage for Iowa Western as Snow gets a new play call in. 3:23 to go before halftime. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Thal. Delay draw, Wilson. Wilson's got a big hole. First down as he's tripped up right past the sticks. But that is exactly the kind of play Snow needed as he goes off right tackle, gets the first down.
Matt Wilson able to break an ankle right there, but kind of slipped when he did it. Look at that, whoop! Able to get past it, but tripped up just enough, but enough for another Douglas Dentistry first down for the Badgers.
First down and 10, trips far side, single near side for Thal. Jack takes the snap. Option read and is read beautifully by the Reivers. Who's that, Greg? Blake Hawkins again.
Yeah, I called him from his linebacker position. I was thinking he was coming from the outside, but it's actually defensive end position there, and he just read that well and held the edge. Is that Thal that's down?
I believe so, yeah. Badgers already down a running back, maybe down a quarterback as well. We'll take a injury timeout. It's brought to you by Central Valley Medical Center on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10, and SnowTV.
For over 70 years, Cache Valley Bank has been a part of Utah's financial landscape with 23 branches across the state of Utah. Cache Valley Bank isn't just a bank. We're neighbors, partners, and your financial advisors.
Committed to building stronger communities one transaction at a time with secure and reliable solutions, whether it's buying a home, expanding your business, or simply managing your day-to-day finances.
Visit any of our locations in Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, Fairview, or Nephi. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Jack Thal is able to get up, and he's running off to the sideline, which is a good sign for Jack.
He got taken down pretty hard that time. Maybe just got his bell rung a little bit.
So coming in to take snaps at quarterback, Tui Taniela Fonua, redshirt freshman. Stands at 6'4".
Big tall kid.
Brings a little more size to the position. And is now given the opportunity. We'll see what he's able to make of it here. 2nd down and 11. It was another loss on the play for the Badgers. So give to Wilson. Matt hits the hole hard, gets positive yards out of it. A gain of 3, maybe 4 for Matt Wilson to bring up 3rd down.
They're committed to that. They're committed to that option run game, aren't they? Just that read option run game. They've been doing it all game. Not really. I mean, you've thrown 3 interceptions, so I can see why if you're the Badgers.
That's the 2-minute timeout. The official called it the 2-minute warning. The NFL might have something to say about that. Make sure old Raj doesn't hear. We'll take the timeout and be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10 and SnowTV.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed CentraCom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
All right, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose CentraCom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
The Snow College campus store has something for every member of the family to show their Badger pride. They have hoodies, mugs, car stickers, and more. Online students and parents can get in on the fun too, because now the campus store is online at store.snow.edu. Go there now for all of your Snow College apparel needs. Visit store.snow.edu. That's store.snow.edu.
Welcome back on in. 2 minutes to go before we get you to halftime. Iowa Western leading Snow College 27-9. 3rd down and 7 for the Badgers here, trying to get some points before halftime. As again, Jack Thau is remaining out, but he's out of the medical tent. So Fonua in at quarterback. He'll pass on 3rd down. Timing route and a great grab on the side from Kazan Villa. Right at the sticks, moves it for a 1st down.
Yeah, great diving catch out there by Kazan, right? Pretty good placement of the ball there by Fonua, enough to get a 1st down.
Only where his receiver was going to get it. Badgers move the sticks. Still 2 timeouts in Snow's back pocket here. Fonua, that's high and incomplete. He's instantly going, whoa. He's telling himself he needs to maybe calm down a little bit there.
First important minutes. You know, maybe a little bit of emotion going there for Fonua, but
playing your first college snaps, yeah, it's a big deal for anybody. I mean, that's why you do it, right? They'll go trips far side, single receiver near side to the right for Fonua. Takes the snap, back to pass. Pocket holds, throws a dart over the middle, and that is juggled and ultimately incomplete. Are they going to rule that a pick? They're ruling it a pick.
That is wild right there. How many times did that get bobbled by 2 different guys?
It was initially appeared to be picked by Jerome Baker, and it ends up getting picked by Dax Knowles, who had the pick 6 earlier.
Oh, did that hit the ground right there?
I thought it did in that moment.
That looked like it hit the ground right there. But what excellent, just way to keep his eye on the ball there to pick that one off for the Reivers.
Wow. So the 4th, you talked turnovers, Greg, in our pregame.
Yeah.
That's certainly been the story here.
Yeah. 4 interceptions for the Reivers here in this first half between the 2 different quarterbacks for the Badgers.
Coming in on the season, Iowa Western, only 4 picks coming into tonight, and they've got 4 for the game. They've doubled their output.
Wow.
Run up the middle. Badgers convene after a gain of 2, a little bit better there defensively. Tackle made by Kanuka Williams. So 1:19 to go. Iowa Western still with the 2 timeouts. Keep that in mind here, Greg. They certainly are looking to get some points here. Run up the middle. The Badgers snuff it out in a hurry. Coming up with that stop, number 97 for Snow College, Meke Fasetua Loa with an excellent stop. Only a gain of a yard.
Yeah, that was a fun one, wasn't it? That was an athletic play. He got back there quick from that defensive line position.
3rd down and 7 for this Reiver offense. They're letting this run. Should they probably not convert here, I think they're content with letting as much time go out as possible. Two receivers to either side for Marshall. Badgers fake the blitz, only bring 4. Marshall stands in the pocket, delivers high, bobbled but caught. First down out to the 23-yard line. A bobbling catch, but Cyrus Courtney able to hold on to it.
Boy, the middle of the field has been open for the Reivers today, hasn't it? Marshall, and he's just sitting back there and waiting for his guys to run open.
And honestly, that's where the interception happened for Snow. It was in a pass over the middle. So even when they haven't made it work, that's where they've been going. Timeout called by Iowa Western. We'll take it on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10 and SnowTV.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim, 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
We welcome you back on in. 32 seconds left before halftime. Iowa Western should be down to 1 timeout at this point, Greg, but they've got position. They're at least, I don't know if they're, given how their kicking woes have happened on PAT, I don't know that you're in a field goal situation necessarily, but either way, 32 seconds left, a position to potentially
got to watch
score.
the middle of the field here.
And they go to the side. It's complete to the 10. Stays on his feet inside the 5, and he's down at the 1. Number 11, Corey Washington with the catch and run.
Man, they've got a lot of athletes, don't they? The Reivers have had so many guys catch those passes. That's just a little drag route across the middle. And again, Marshall just sits in the pocket and completes it.
And the play is ran and flags are thrown here with 15 seconds to go before the half.
Snow again trying to run off a guy and not even close. So you're going to call it offside. You're going to call it 12 men on the field. It's same distance.
So they'll call it an encroachment officially. So that'll move it from, what, the 2 to the 1 at this point?
Yeah.
So Iowa Western has scored all 27, trying to get to 34 points in the quarter.
In the quarter. Wow.
Yeesh. They average 36 per game. Marshall takes the snap to pass, has a man there, and do the Badgers pick that? Ooh. They do not. They nearly had it over on that corner. Jaden Robertson was right there, had a paw on it for a second.
Yeah, he definitely had the best chance at it here. Great defensive back play again. Had his hand on it and then just bobbled it and lost it. But excellent defensive back play by Robertson. Bring up second down. Reivers can run. They have at least 1 timeout. I think they have 2. The board's showing them with 2.
Marshall and gun. The fake reverse pitch to the outside and in 4-6. They go with a little tornado play again. D'Angelo Barku finds the end zone for Iowa Western with 2 seconds remaining in the half to make it 33-9 with the PAT pending.
Snow, that one defensive lineman for Snow read that pretty well, but just the quarterback was just in his way as he pitched that backwards.
2.4 on the clock here. Extra point coming for Iowa Western. Again, this was such a phenomenal start for Snow College. You're thinking we got momentum. We're going to have a shot in this game. And it's been all Iowa Western in this second quarter. Extra point is through. So with 2 seconds remaining before halftime, Iowa Western 34, Snow College 9. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10 and SnowTV.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years, and there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Welcome back on in. Just 2 seconds to go before we get you to halftime. Boy, if you turned away for a quarter, I don't know that you'd believe it. We're still having a hard time believing it at this point. Iowa Western has scored 34 unanswered, all coming in the second quarter here. As the kick on its way. Badgers might as well try and run this out. They bring it out at the 5-yard line. Stuttercept to the 20, stacked, not even then, stacked up at the 14-yard line. That will take us to halftime. Bunch of flags come flying in here as we should be heading to the locker room, but there's going to be some talking to here at the half, Greg.
Haven't had a lot of those, extracurricular activity here flags. And these two teams get after each other. I've called multiple games between these two teams, and a lot of times they get after each other. This might be the first one. Oh. Could you hear that, folks?
I would assume, yeah. We always pause because we're trying to listen to it, but yeah, it's
personal foul against the Badgers on that kick. The half is over. It will be enforced on the kickoff. The Badgers will start the second half with the ball.
Yep. That takes us to the half. We'll take a break. Snow College halftime show coming up next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10 and SnowTV. Iowa Western 34, Snow College 9 at the break.
I'm J.L. Larson.
And I'm Sarah Larson.
We're the owners and operators of Freedom Ford in Gunnison, Utah. We've been in business now for 38 years. Of those 38 years, we've done business with Utah Heritage Credit Union for over 20 of them. Even our kids have savings accounts there.
Utah Heritage is a great staple to Sanpete County. Homegrown credit union here that has helped, I believe, thousands of families throughout the valleys.
Hey, what does the dentist of the year get? A little plaque. Well, all humor aside, a little plaque can be deadly. Let Dr. Colton Douglas at Douglas Dentistry make sure that a little plaque doesn't cause you a major health concern. Your good health is dependent on good dental hygiene, so make a call today and make sure you get to show off that awesome smile for years to come. Call Douglas Dentistry's new phone number, 435-258-9001, 435-258-9001.
We are all part of a team. Whether you are the quiet hero or the newest recruit, the steady anchor or the moral support, your team needs you. At Intermountain Health, Sanpete Valley Hospital, we want to be part of your team. Partner with us on your health and continue to be a game changer for your teammates.
My art is an expression of my identity. As an artist, my identity is everything. Every stroke I make depicts my purpose and every signature brings my dreams to life. I am La Morena. With my style check-in account from Mountain America Credit Union, I can create with confidence, knowing I have built-in identity protection. This premium future lets me stay focused and bringing color to the world. Open a new check-in account today. Make my style your lifestyle.
Doesn't that sound relaxing? At Risk Managers, we want to help you always feel that relaxed. So when you hear this, or this, or this, you know that you're protected. Peace of mind insurance solutions for individuals and businesses, so that you can always sit back and enjoy your drink.
Sanpete Steel and Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West. Specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly, Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel and Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026. Or go to sanpetesteel.com.
Welcome back on in halftime. Boy, I got a text from a listener who said I was one of those people who turned away for a quarter. Boy, Snow College jumped out to a 9-0 lead after one. A pick six from Tayson Reed set the Badgers up really, really nicely. They go for 2 and do not get the 2-point conversion. And that, you honestly want to talk about where things went wrong, Greg. That 2-point conversion went so wrong that, that might have been where the woes began for the Badgers. Because, boy, that second quarter was something to behold.
Wow, 34 points and just came in bunches. Every time Snow first down, second down, they would hold them to a third down try, and then a pass over the middle would go for either a first down or a touchdown almost every time for the Reivers.
Looking at some of your numbers here, Snow's got 1 completion on the game in a half, a singular completion. I don't know.
To their own team.
Yes, yeah.
4 to the other guys.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah. Look, when it is what it is, and that's where we currently stand. Meanwhile, 12 completions for Iowa Western for 240 yards through the air. Yeah. That's going to show in a 34-9 game. And again, the Badgers, you're thinking, how did Snow get a touchdown? That was a pick 6. So looking at that overall for the Badgers, 15 first downs for Iowa Western, 7 for Snow College, but it's been the big chunk plays. 118 on the ground for Iowa Western, 73 for Snow. But, that 5.4 yards per carry, Greg, that's what's opened up all of this for Iowa Western to get into those really the middle of the field. How many times did we say on offense, guy wide open down the middle of the field for the Reivers?
Did you mention total offense? I don't know if I missed that.
I don't know. I did not. I have not done that yet. Total offense. 40 plays ran by the Reivers, 358 yards. 28 plays ran by the Badgers, 82 total yards.
358 in the first half there. And what's crazy is, I don't know by quarter, but probably close to 250 of that were in the one quarter, in the second quarter. Yeah, Daniel Swinney, he has 11 carries for 80 yards. It's not just through the air here for the Reivers. You had 12 of 18, as you mentioned, 240 yards for Malachi Marshall, but over 100 yards rushing as well for the Reivers.
Yards per play, 8.95 to 2.93.
Yeah, that tells you a story.
4 turnovers for Snow College, all coming interceptions. 2 turnovers for Iowa Western, but no turnovers in the second quarter. That got cleaned up. Wanted to look at penalties. I swear I just had that pulled up. Right here, 8 for 56 for Iowa Western. So they did not have one. Did they have a penalty in the second quarter? Oh, that's far-fetched. They totally did. I don't know where I'm pulling that from. They definitely did. They just overcame them. That's the problem.
Matter.
Yeah.
It just doesn't matter. Snow multiple times got the Reivers behind the sticks. 1st and 15, 2nd and 12. I mean, even the third down.
You just said third down. Oh. I have a certain stat highlighted.
Yeah.
8 for 9 were the Reivers on third down, and the only one they did not convert was on the opening drive.
You cannot give up 90% third down efficiency and try and win a game. I mean, it's just
not going to happen.
All of these stats just lead to exactly what the score is. So
34-9 our score. It's homecoming weekend here at Snow College. We're going to take a break, come back, talk about some other games that went on today in college football. It was a good day. Saturday is always a good day of college football. We'll give you some scores. BYU is now back in action after a rain delay. We're hoping that does not happen here in the second half. We'll be right back. This is the Snow College halftime show on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10 and SnowTV.
I thought there was only one way to do college. I knew I needed training to set me up for a great career, but I didn't have 4 years. Snow helped me discover that college doesn't have to be about sitting in classes, counting down the hours. They showed me a way to get the edge I needed, and fast. The best part was with their low-cost programs and tuition assistance, I didn't have to go into debt. I was able to earn my certificate and start working right away. Snow College. This is college.
For over 70 years, Cache Valley Bank has been a part of Utah's financial landscape with 23 branches across the state of Utah. Cache Valley Bank isn't just a bank. We're neighbors, partners, and your financial advisors.
Committed to building stronger communities one transaction at a time with secure and reliable solutions, whether it's buying a home, expanding your business, or simply managing your day-to-day finances.
Visit any of our locations in Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, Fairview, or Nephi. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
This school year will be different.
This year, I'll do my assignments on time.
I will listen to my teacher.
I solemnly swear.
I won't eat any glue.
I'll do my homework every night.
Every night.
Research? No problem.
School, I got this.
This year will be different. Visit CentraCom.com to power your education with the best internet experience. Everyone succeeds with School to the Power of CentraCom.
The Snow College campus store has something for every member of the family to show their Badger pride. They have hoodies, mugs, car stickers, and more. Online students and parents can get in on the fun too, because now the campus store is online at store.snow.edu. Go there now for all of your Snow College apparel needs. Visit store.snow.edu. That's store.snow.edu.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim. 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
As a urologist, my job includes treating kidney stones, diagnosing, treating prostate cancer, and other disorders of the urinary system. Here at CVMC, specialists and primary care physicians all work very closely together.
As a family physician, being able to have continuity of care and direct relationships with our specialists is something we're very fortunate to have here.
I'm Dr. David Sewell, board-certified urologist. I'm proud to provide state-of-the-art care here at Central Valley Medical Center.
Halftime brought to you by our friends right here at Snow College. Visit snow.edu today to continue your education. Maybe you started a degree and then life got in the way, as it does so often with all of us. We get busy, and this is a great opportunity here at Snow. So, Greg, really cool. Oh, with homecoming, there's always, the extra, I don't know if theatrics is the right word, but festivities. And, we had the parade earlier today. You had the big tailgate. That also includes, honoring the past, well, including the present and the future in that as well. And Badger certainly have done that, honoring several. The Rising Alumni Award was granted to Melinda Weeks, who's a associate professor of scenic design at Brigham Young University. Go Cougs. Spirit of Snow Award granted to Brock Schluter, who devoted 32 years to Snow College as the Director of Enrollment and later Dean of Student Life. Many in the community know the Schluters quite well over the years there. Legacy Alumni was granted to Mark J. Howard, a decorated Air Force Colonel and hospital CEO. Distinguished Alumni was granted to our own Doug Barton, who's a Utah Broadcaster Hall of Fame inductee and the founder of the Mid-Utah Radio Network, founded KMTI. I think we're coming up on 50 years this next summer.
Oh, really?
It's the 50th anniversary of KMTI. Okay. So a big deal for these four, and making sure they got their time out there. Obviously, we don't get on the air without Doug all those years ago, and as that legacy continues with not just sports coverage, but broadcast coverage throughout Central Utah, and Snow College played a big part in that.
We get to do what we love, these Snow College games, the high school games you and I get to call. Big reason why. Doug Barton right there. He started that years ago, as you mentioned. I didn't know it was 50 years ago.
It'll be 50 years.
That's neat.
And the reason I'll remember is it was 40 years the year I got married. So that's kind of an easy 10-year knock it off the list. But 50 years is a big deal for anything. And
he's dedicated his life to it.
Without question. Yep. Without question. About 7 minutes before we get to half number two, wanted to take you through some scores. BYU and Arizona right now, 18th-ranked Cougars with a 14-10 lead. That game kicked off an hour before ours, and a massive storm delay there with rain and lightning down in Tucson, some of that tropical weather with the hurricanes that are going on down into the South America. That made its way all the way to Tucson, Arizona, and has kind of made its way up to Utah a little bit over the course of the week as well. Other top 25 matchups Greg, there's one coach I really don't like in college football right now, and I'm getting petty here, but he lost today, so we're going to celebrate that. How about Kurt Cignetti in Indiana? What a story there. Coached at James Madison for years. The Hoosiers, 7th ranked in the country, knock off 3rd ranked Oregon on the road, 30-10. Really owned Oregon, especially in the second half. Just kind of took control of that game. Dominated at the line of scrimmage when they needed to. That was a fun one. Number 1 Ohio State beat 17th ranked Illinois, 34-16. Ole Miss struggling with Washington State. Washington State's not a good football team. Plays a really weak schedule. Played in Oxford. Led for a good chunk of that game. Ole Miss prevails 24-21. Maybe Texas isn't out of the thick of it just yet. They come out and knock off 6th-ranked Oklahoma in the Red River rivalry, 23-6. 8th-ranked Alabama escaped 14th-ranked Missouri, 27-24. Another close game in the SEC. Former Snow Badger Josh Heupel, the head coach of the Volunteers. They're ranked 12th in the country. They've had a couple close calls. Had a close one against Arkansas today, 34-31. Arkansas is not good in the SEC, so that good for Tennessee, though, to just hold on and win. In that one, 13th ranked Georgia Tech beat Virginia Tech 35-20. 16th ranked Notre Dame got past NC State 36-7. Colorado looked pretty good today. Iowa State not as good as they were the first few weeks, though. Colorado beats them 24-17 in Boulder. So that's a much better looking win for BYU at this stage of the season. And then what's that? I want to say it's from an Adam Sandler movie. We suck again. That's the Florida State motto at this point.
Water Boy?
Water Boy, okay. Yeah. It's been so long since I've seen that. They lose to Pitt 34-31 after beating Alabama week 1. Things have not gone well for Florida State. A couple other scores right now. 5th-ranked Texas A&M leads Florida 31-17. 9th-ranked Texas Tech, best team in the Big 12. I think there's no questions about that at this juncture of the season. They lead Kansas 35-17. Auburn and Georgia tied at 10 apiece. Bulldogs ranked 10th in the country. That's in the third quarter. And then USC beating up on Michigan 24-13. I don't think Michigan should be ranked 15th based on just what I've seen out of the early parts of the season. 11th ranked LSU leads South Carolina 17-10, and Utah and Arizona State just kicked off. That they had a delay before kickoff with some weather as well. That's tied at 0 with Utah driving at the moment. So Utah and BYU both currently playing in action right now. Utah State kicked off yet?
I think it's like it's midnight. It's out in
Hawaii. Yeah, I was going to say Broncos got those guys playing late out in Hawaii. So those are your scores from around college football today. It was a good day of college football. It always is. This time of year is just, what do we got? They have this stretch where it's like 36 straight days of either a college football or an NFL game
every
being played.
Single day.
Every single day.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, well, Tuesday and Wednesdays usually might not. Maction, folks. You got to get in on the Maction. You got to make it happen. Now, that's the night me and my wife reserve for sitcoms, but she knows Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are reserved for the gridiron.
She's a good lady.
Our
wives
really
put
is.
up with a lot.
She is. She is fantastic.
You can't bring this expertise to the Snow College broadcasts without watching football 6 other days of the week.
You and I both, we lucked out and have luckily stayed in the lucky category as well. All these years later. We're going to take another break. When we come back, second half, keys to the game. Can the Badgers do something to turn this around? Got a tall task ahead of them. We'll talk about it next on the Snow College Halftime Show. This is the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10, and SnowTV.
We are all part of a team. Whether you are the quiet hero or the newest recruit, the steady anchor or the moral support, your team needs you. At Intermountain Health, San Pete Valley Hospital, we want to be part of your team. Partner with us on your health and continue to be a game changer for your teammates.
Hey, what does the dentist of the year get? A little plaque. Well, all humor aside, a little plaque can be deadly. Let Dr. Colton Douglas at Douglas Dentistry make sure that a little plaque doesn't cause you a major health concern. Your good health is dependent on good dental hygiene, so make a call today and make sure you get to show off that awesome smile for years to come. Call Douglas Dentistry's new phone number, 435-258-9001, 435-258-9001.
My art is an expression of my identity. As an artist, my identity is everything. Every stroke I make depicts my purpose, and every signature brings my dreams to life. I am La Morena. With my style checking account from Mountain America Credit Union, I can create with confidence, knowing I have built-in identity protection. This premium future lets me stay focused and bringing color to the world. Open a new checking account today. Make my style your lifestyle.
Doesn't that sound relaxing? At Risk Managers, we want to help you always feel that relaxed. So when you hear this, or this, or this, you know that you're protected. Peace of mind insurance solutions for individuals and businesses, so that you can always sit back and enjoy your drink.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West. Specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly, Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026. Or go to sanpetesteel.com.
I thought there was only one way to do college. I knew I needed training to set me up for a great career, but I didn't have 4 years. Snow helped me discover that college doesn't have to be about sitting in classes, counting down the hours. They showed me a way to get the edge I needed, and fast. The best part was, with their low-cost programs and tuition assistance, I didn't have to go into debt. I was able to earn my certificate and start working right away. Snow College. This is college.
Welcome back on in. 34-9, our score at halftime for Iowa Western. 34 unanswered by the Reivers. So, yeah, that's how that went into half. The good news, if you're Snow College, you're the ones who get the ball first. The bad news, even when you've had the ball and even when you've got it, nothing has gone the Badgers' way.
Yeah. Don't mean to beat a dead horse, but
Sure.
one completion for 9 yards, 4 interceptions for the Badgers. Obviously, you're not going to run your way back into this game running alone. You got to be able to throw the ball. They got to be able to throw the ball, and if they can't figure that out, then it might be a big loss here.
Now, Jack Thau did go out at the end of the half, and Tui Taniela-Fanua came in at quarterback. Had one completion, but then did throw another interception, totaling the Badgers with 4 for the game. Now,
and you don't want to pick on a kid getting
Sure.
his first college experience out there, but that interception was a bad read. I mean, it was right to one of the Reaver linebackers, tipped around, and then intercepted quite athletically by a second Reaver coming in there. But
hot potato tip drill, whatever you want to call it. And so Snow will possess the football first. Iowa Western will kick it again. Remember that penalty that happened right before halftime, Greg.
Yeah.
So that puts this kickoff from midfield, which is kind of fascinating. Not very often you see someone kick from midfield at any level of football.
It's always the question, do you just boot it through the end zone, make them take it from the 20, or do you get cute and try? Woo!
Speak of getting cute,
that
my
cannon
gosh.
is aimed right at us. Oh, boy.
You'll get spooked every once in a while, won't you?
Yeah.
It is spooky season. Then this kick will just go out of the back of the end zone. So Badgers take over, first down and 10, and looking to see who they're going with at quarterback here. Teams do this, the whole group will kind of huddle together before the offense goes out. But at quarterback, it sure is Tui Taniela-Fanua, who will be the quarterback for the Badgers here to start the second half.
Matt Wilson's still out there running back, I assume. Yep. He is.
And have not seen Seth Rigtrip on the sideline since halftime. Now, again, and I'm guessing it's an ankle. And the good news, he was walking without, but I don't think he could run by any means on it. They give Wilson on first down. Stutter steps, looks to go forward, keeping the legs going again, but just ultimately gets picked up and then thrown down. Number 42 coming up with that play for the Reivers. How many times do we say Jerome Baker's name? Really all these guys in the front seven for Iowa Western.
Little WWE going right there, throwing him like a suplex right there.
Send that to Pat McAfee on Monday.
the 3 count. But Matt Wilson running hard, not a lot doing up there on the offensive front, but he's still running hard, churning those legs, trying to get anything to happen.
2nd down and 8 after a gain of 2 for the Badgers. They'll go with the split back set here again. Single receiver to either side. Fonua brings a receiver in motion. That's C.J. Rabb, who had a great game against Lackawanna, and again, just stacked immediately at the line. Matt Wilson's going to get credit for a yard with forward progress, but nothing happening there.
Haven't even really tried the outside or anything, have they? It's always just that run, that quarterback option right up the middle. Sometimes Matt Wilson will bounce it to the outside, but it haven't been any designed runs, no pitches or anything to the outside.
Appreciate our sponsors tonight, including Utah Heritage Credit Union with our scoreboard, UHCU for auto, ATV, mortgage, and new home construction loans. Stick with us through the end of the game. We'll be giving away our Sam Pete Steel Man of the game. Been a minute since the Badgers got a Douglas Dentistry first down. They got 2 receivers to either side on a 3rd down and 7 here. Fonua brings a man in motion, takes the snap, back to pass on 1st down. Going to throw to the outside. That ball might have got touched right at the line of scrimmage. Kind of came out wonky as he tried getting it in the flat to the receiver. It's 4th down. Badgers will punt on a quick 3 and out. Tried to get it to C.J. Rabb, who kind of had that breakout performance against Lackawanna. 4 catches, $118 and a score. Was a shot in the arm, but Badgers can't do anything with it there.
Not a bad read there by Fonua. It was the right receiver to throw to, just couldn't get it to him.
Summers to punt, and his last punt was nearly blocked. Snaps a little high. Summers corrals it well, gives it a boot. Takes a side-winding bounce at the 36 of Iowa Western, and a friendly Badger bounce. Now, was that touched? Let's see what they call here. We can hear the coaches in the booth next saying that's ours.
Yeah,
and they'll say Iowa Western football.
Wow. I want to see that replay. It looked like the Reaver blocker down here ran right into it. Let's watch this. Right there. No, maybe he avoided it.
Wow.
Pretty athletic play to avoid the ball there.
I mean, and we didn't have a perfect view of it, but it looks like he does get out of the way at the last second. So Reivers come out after going scoreless in the opening quarter with a punt, a fumble, and a pick 6. Iowa Western scored 5 touchdowns in 5 possessions in quarter number 2. So here we go. It's Malachi Marshall in the gun. Hands to the running back Swinney up the middle, and Swinney's going to get 2 on 1st down. A little bit better job by the front of the Badgers.
Yeah, good job by like you said, the front of the Badgers there. Maybe give him 3 or so. They're going to give him 4 on the board here.
Initially, that only looked like maybe a yard. They give him 4. So 2nd down and 6 now for Iowa Western. Trips far side, single receiver to the near side for Marshall. Claps the hands, play fake, gets rid of it in a hurry to the outside, complete to the receiver, turns the corner and scampers out of bounds right near the 1st down sticks. And that'll be good for a Reaver 1st down.
Yeah, good play out there. Good blocking out there by that two receivers out there blocking. You love to see receivers down the field blocking, and the Reivers did a great job that time.
Cyrus Courtney with the reception, or was that 11? That was 11. Corey Washington with the catch and run out of bounds. 1st down and 10 for Iowa Western. Ball at the 38-yard line. Trips 2 receivers to the right side. It's a give up the middle to Swinney. Swinney stacked up, and that is not going to go for much, maybe a half a yard from Swinney. Badger front 7 doing a little bit better of a job to start the second half.
Just a smattering of applause from this crowd here. But that's about the best play that Snow's done against the run in about a quarter and a half. Got to take the wins when you can get them.
2nd down and 9 now. 2 receivers near side, single right for Marshall. Malachi Marshall played a spectacular game tonight.
Yeah, he has.
You throw the pick 6, you could hang your head, you could be, he did the exact opposite. Feel like it almost has fueled him more than anything. 2nd and 9, play clock's at 4. It's an option read, give to the back off the left side. Swinney just follows that lead blocker, gets to the 45 of Iowa Western, and will be brought down after a gain of 5 on 2nd and 9, 3rd and 4 coming up next. Really, this is going to be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, Taysom Reed in there, Jaden Wright.
3rd down and 3 for Iowa Western. as they'll make a running back substitution here. Jamari Floyd is back in at running back. 2 receivers to either side for Malachi Marshall. Brings the tight end over to the right side. Takes the snap. It's a handoff and blown up in the backfield by the Badgers. Mario Williams Jr. shot out of a cannon from his linebacker spot on 3rd and short. Best play the Badgers have had since the pick six.
Decleated the runner that time. Big hit by Mario. You said it. Shot out of a cannon on that blitz. Just a perfect blitz call by the defensive coaches for the Badgers.
So 4th down, Iowa Western to punt here with 10:31 remaining in the third quarter. Badgers finally able to get this defense off the field. And hoping that those adjustments made by the defense can transition to the offense. That's a gorgeous punt. My goodness. And it takes a bounce right in. And, Gregory, I just saw lightning. I am really hoping. The rule is 7 miles in college football. We are hoping that stays that way.
I think
that stays 7 miles away.
That punt was a 57-yard punt to get into the end zone.
Wow.
43 down to the end zone. Net will only be 37, obviously, but still.
In terms of yardage and and the hang time and all
Great
that.
Kick.
Wow. And fortunate for Snow that it did go in the end zone. The way it bounced right at the goal line, it takes the wrong bounce. Yeah, you're not looking at anything good there. So 1st down and 10 for the Badgers. Fonua in shotgun with a diamond formation in the backfield to give to Wilson. Wilson hit that initial hole hard and then falls forward, gets met. Gain of 3 yards for Matt Wilson.
Yeah, not a ton happening there, but Matt Wilson isn't backing away from it, is he?
And
He'll take on 3 or 4 Iowa Western defenders.
Rigtrip is officially out in street clothes now on the sideline, so we will not see Seth back tonight. Hope that we will see him back at some point this season. 2nd down and 6. It was a gain of 4 for Wilson. Fonua takes the snap. Handoff Wilson, gets a good head of steam on the block, and Matt Wilson's going to get a 1st down for the Snow College Badgers, a Douglas Dentistry 1st down. Beautifully done.
Great blocking there by the offensive line, kind of that little tornado. What'd you call it, a tornado play? Yeah.
The mind of Andy Reid and Aaron Roderick.
Yeah.
1st and 10 Badgers out at the 31 now. 9:18 to go in the third quarter of play. It's a quick moving quarter. Both teams relatively keeping it on the ground here. Fonua takes the snap, back to pass now on 1st down and 10. Fonua going to load up, throws far side, complete. Kazon Villa makes a man miss, stays on his feet to the 45, 46, and 47. A little bit of momentum here for the Snow offense as Kazon Villa with a catch and run.
Watch how Fonua stands in the pocket here. That blitz is coming late. He has to sense that, gets that away. Great throw. Good job by Fonua to stand in the pocket and deliver that one.
Badgers get a couple of subs in now, single receiver to either side. They like this kind of wishbone-ish formation. As the snap, the give, Wilson met immediately in the backfield. Again, falls forward. You got to give Matt has not had a lot to work with tonight, Greg, and he is at least falling forward and getting something positive out of it.
Yeah, it's the new thing in football to start so far back in your own backfield, and I get it. It gives your chance. It gives the chance for the offensive line to set up their blocks, for a running back to read where he wants to go. The problem is when you're playing a defense that is as far in the backfield as you are, sure makes it tough to find holes to run through.
Single receiver to either side for Fonua. Awaits the snap. It's a play action, and play's blown up, but Fonua stays on his feet and then is ultimately tossed to the ground again. Guess who? Jerome Baker. It was a combination of Baker and Hawkins in that backfield again. They have been so good tonight for Iowa Western. So impressive. So that'll bring up 3rd down and long now. 3rd down and about 14 to go for this Badger offense.
Some wholesale changes there for the Badgers as well, linemen and skill positions.
3rd down and long for Fonua. Single back is Wilson. Trips near side. Single receivers far side for Fonua as they're getting a new play call in. 3rd and long. Play clock's at 6. Fonua takes the snap. Pressure comes with 4. Fonua dances now out to his left. Steps up, just lofts it. Had Wilson down. Wilson gets back up, has all kinds of room, falls down, but gets the 1st down. As unorthodox of a Douglas Dentistry 1st down as you're going to see. Wilson had fallen after running into his own teammate. Fonua just throws him a little rainbow, and Wilson has the smarts to get back up. And unfortunately, he is down. We're already down Seth Rigtrup, and now Matt Wilson is slow to get up.
Gosh, and he's holding his leg, isn't he? Boy.
The injuries piling up for the Badgers. We'll take the timeout on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10, and SnowTV, hoping for the best for Matt Wilson.
I'm J.L. Larson.
And I'm Sarah Larson.
We're the owners and operators of Freedom Ford in Gunnison, Utah. We've been in business now for 38 years. Of those 38 years, we've done business with Utah Heritage Credit Union for over 20 of them. Even our kids have savings accounts there.
Utah Heritage is a great staple to Sanpete County. Homegrown credit union here that has helped, I believe, thousands of families throughout the valleys.
Matt Wilson able to run off, which is good news. So we got something blowing out onto the field. I don't know if it's some foliage that's fallen, but the wind certainly picked up here in the last 5 minutes or so. The Badgers into Reivers territory now with a first down and 10. Fonua in shotgun. Has a new running back at his hip. It's Villa. Kazan takes the snap and then takes the handoff and then takes the hit. Number 55 with the initial hit. Ashton Mazzone gets the hit, no gain.
So you're moving a wide receiver back to running back. I know in the years past, in the last couple of years, Snow has been kind of stacked at running back. There's been games where they've gotten to their third and fourth running back, and Gary Chittister and I calling the games multiple times. We had mentioned how, boy, the fourth-string guy is still a quality player, and maybe they don't have that this year.
Villa certainly has the stoutness to play the position. I don't think there's any question there, but second down, give Villa, dive up the middle, and dive goes nowhere as rain is now falling.
Yeah, and no disrespect to Quazon there.
No,
I just meant that he's listed as a wide receiver.
He's played receiver. He's made great catches all year.
Yeah.
In the kick return game. And the rain is really coming down out there now. Took us nearly 3 quarters as we're at 5:27 to go before the fourth quarter. But now the elements starting to have an impact on this one. 3rd and 10 for the Badgers. So 2 runs up the middle that have gone for no yards on both carries. The handoff to Villa, left side. He's got a good block, a good burst of speed, spins out of it, falls forward. He's going to be right at the sticks, Greg. I think he's got enough. Moves the sticks again with the Douglas Dentistry first down, or are they saying he's short?
And this time they finally try that outside, and it works. Good blocking downfield from the receiver. Oh, 4th and short. Yeah, I mean, you got to go for it, obviously. Inside Reivers territory, down 25 points.
Now, looking at this rain, this is something. It is coming down here in Ephraim. Really glad we're not at a high school out on the roof right now.
We do have our own booth.
That happens from time to time, yeah. So 4th and short, Badgers line up to go for it here. Fonua, they give Wilson, who's back in. I don't think he got it, Greg.
No.
Stacked up by Jeremy Lewis and that stout line. The linebacker, Devion McLilly-Bulo, gets the stop.
Yeah, just not much doing in the run game. I mean, we've called it multiple times that Reivers defensive line. They've won the game tonight defensively for the Reivers.
The best unit by far. You know, you can give credit to guys getting interceptions, and where is that all coming from though? It's the inability to run the football. It's the inability to get out of plays at the quarterback position for Snow College. And that was a much better drive, but it ends up falling short.
Probably the best drive since the first quarter, really.
First down and 10 to near side, and we're going to get something here. Some kind of movement.
By the Reivers,
yeah. No, they're not. They didn't throw a flag.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what that was about, but they stopped play for a moment. 4:20 to go here in the third. Reivers get the ball back at the 35-yard line. The give, right side. Badgers get there nicely. Coming up with the play, that number 17, that is Lawrence Taylor, the fourth. We talked about how many good names are on this team in terms
LT?
of a little LT out there. Did you see at a Giants game this year when they were playing Kansas City, they had the Taylor cam and people got all excited thinking it was Taylor Swift, and they zoom in and it's Lawrence Taylor. It was one of my favorite things I think I've ever seen happen from a game ops
I'd be way more
stand.
excited to see Lawrence Taylor. Yeah.
I was. I'll leave it at that. 2nd down and 9. The handoff up the middle to Swinney as he's dragging guys with him here. Boy. And then ultimately gets pushed back. A little bit of extra pushing and shoving. Nothing extracurricular. Just
it was all
guys going hard. Yeah. Guys going hard, and you'd like to see that. So a good gain up the middle from Swinney brings up 3rd down and short here, 3rd and 3 after the gain of 6. Mario Williams in on the stop.
Mario will hit you, won't he? He comes up and hits you. He's built like a linebacker, and he hits like a linebacker. Love watching that kid play.
2 receivers far side, single near. Bad snap, maybe in the rain. Marshall hands off Swinney. Swinney bounces off the tackle, gets right side, takes a big hit right at midfield. Boy, Swinney really got rocked, and he's having something to say with the Snow College bench. Snow's not reacting to it at all, but either way, the result of the play is a 1st down.
Yeah, Badgers had a blitz that came right in the right spot that time, and Swinney just did a great job to bounce it outside, see where the hole was, and get back to the outside. It wasn't called to go out there. It was called to go up kind of that B gap, and Snow blitzed right into it, and he bounced it outside well.
And a flag was thrown. I think this is going to be on Iowa Western.
So it pushes them back 15 yards, but the 1st down had been made.
Right. It's a dead ball play, so you don't count it down, or the down counts, I should say, but the down that counted resulted in a 1st down.
Lose the yard, so it's not 1st and 25 or anything. It's 1st and 10, but 15 yards back. Back at the 35 now.
1st and 10 Reivers. Yeah, this is essentially just starting the drive over for them. This is where it began. Badgers show blitz. They'll bring 5 at the line. The ball's on the ground, picked up in the backfield, and the Badgers corral in a hurry, trying to get to D'Angelo Barku, and that's the 2nd time there's been a little bit, and again, it is absolutely pouring out here. That football is going to be wet. You need Kenny Dillingham squirting some water on the sidelines. Did you see that this week with Arizona State preparing for Utah?
Oh, yes, I did.
Sam Levitt, who's not even playing in the game.
Yeah.
That was an interesting. Can't say I'd ever seen that done in a practice before. 2nd down and 17 yards to go for the Reivers after the missed handoff with 2 minutes left in the period. Marshall hands off securely to his back, who's just going to fall forward for a couple there. That is Caden Johnson making the play.
Yeah, and if you're the Reivers now with 3rd and long to go, 15 or 16 or so to go here, just keep that clock running, punt it away with this wet field. Somebody down out there. It looks like a Reiver player down this time. Right? Am I seeing that right?
Yeah, you're seeing that correctly. Another injury time. We've seen a lot of these tonight, unfortunately. We'll take a break and be back right here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10 and SnowTV.
For over 70 years, Cache Valley Bank has been a part of Utah's financial landscape with 23 branches across the state of Utah. Cache Valley Bank isn't just a bank. We're neighbors, partners, and your financial advisors.
Committed to building stronger communities one transaction at a time with secure and reliable solutions, whether it's buying a home, expanding your business, or simply managing your day-to-day finances.
Visit any of our locations in Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, Fairview, or Nephi. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Reiver able to get off the field. 3rd down and long here, 3rd and 16.
What I was getting at there is, if you're the Reivers, you're down or you're up 25 points here. It's raining, torrential rainfall out here. Just don't fumble it. Just no turnover. Punt it away. Make Snow go all the way on a wet field.
Quarterback, a wildcat type play. A different guy taking that direct snap, hits the outside, is not going to get the 1st down. That's Roderick Hartsfield. They call him Rod. Maybe he likes to party. Redshirt freshman quarterback out of Dallas.
Does stop the clock by going out of bounds.
Got out at the 40, so 4th down and 5, and the punt unit comes back out here
And then
for Iowa
they're
Western.
going to wind it. It's, it doesn't stop the clock like it used to in college or like it does in high school.
Right.
Once it's set.
Had a Badger coming on late. I don't think it's to sub anyone out. And a bad snap, and the punter just throws it out of bounds. Didn't want to take the shot.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
No,
there. He got out of the pocket. Oh. Yeah, he was outside of the tackle box, so it's not an illegal grounding, and at least you save
your body from taking a shot,
save
right?
your body and save 10 yards or so back in the backfield. Yeah.
And, and maybe that's why we don't see punters do that more on bad snaps like that, because they're usually inside the tackle box, right? So heads-up play from Iowa Western, but still the Badgers, the rain definitely having an impact here late. That's at least 3 snaps that have either been mishandled or missnapped by the Reivers.
If you're the Badgers, best field position you've had, is this their best starting position? No. So you had the
It's got to be because the pick went in for 6. So I guess technically that's good field position getting in the end zone, right, if you want to get real technical. But split backfield for Fonua as he's going to hand off Wilson. Wilson, good surge on first down. Gets an excellent push up front. Matt Wilson, a gain of 8 on first down and 10.
Leilua out there blocking from his tackle position, doing a great job throwing a Reaver to get Matt Wilson a few extra yards at the end there.
Second down and short here. And good to see Matt back in. And he did come in for that fourth down play. I meant to say, glad that he could go back in given some of the other injuries the Badgers have faced tonight, especially in the backfield. Second down and short. 2 receivers near side. They go split back again with Tui Taniela Fonua, who's in at quarterback. Let's give to Villa. Villa stutter steps, follows that block off the right side, and does a nice job falling forward for more than enough, 4 yards beyond where he needed to get. Good patient run from Kazan Villa. Under a minute to go here in the quarter. Greg, it is really coming down. I mean, this has been pretty consistent rainfall here for the last 10 minutes now.
No lightning.
No lightning.
That's what we care about.
It's the big
That's
thing.
what we care about.
First down and 10. 2 receivers far side. Split back set again with the tight end back there in Fangupo, kind of in that fullback tight end type thing. Goes out in motion. It's an option read. Wilson will get it. Tries to bounce to the outside, gets tripped up, stays on his feet, cuts back in at the 30 and falls forward. A lot of running for just a 2-3 yard gain for Matt Wilson.
Yeah, that's true.
Give the Reivers credit for being able to string that out.
Fanua kind of held on to that one. Yeah, good read there to give it to Wilson.
That ends 3 quarters of play. No one scored in the third quarter. It was all Snow in the first, all Iowa Western in the second. We've got the fourth quarter up next. Iowa Western 34, Snow 9 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10, and SnowTV.
This school year will be different.
This year, I'll do my assignments on time.
I will listen to my teacher.
I solemnly swear.
I won't eat any glue.
I'll do my homework every night.
Every night.
Research? No problem.
School, I got this.
This year will be different. Visit CentraCom.com to power your education with the best internet experience. Everyone succeeds with School to the Power of CentraCom.
The Snow College campus store has something for every member of the family to show their Badger pride. They have hoodies, mugs, car stickers, and more. Online students and parents can get in on the fun too, because now the campus store is online at store.snow.edu. Go there now for all of your Snow College apparel needs. Visit store.snow.edu. That's store.snow.edu.
Kind of a cool moment going on here at the start of the fourth quarter. Former athletic director Rob Nielsen being presented with an award, and it's coming from Iowa Western. How often do you see the road team come bearing gifts like this? That's kind of a cool thing to see. So
yeah, Rob did a lot of good things for Snow College over the years, both as a basketball coach, athletic director. A lot of good things, heading on an LDS mission.
Is it Germany? I know it's somewhere in Europe.
Germany.
Turkey?
Oh.
Okay. Our producer, Adam Coombs, says Turkey. Right. Can't say I've been to Turkey. Hungary, Budapest. Okay, there we go. Budapest. I haven't been there either, but second down and 9 as the run goes up the left side for Matt Wilson.
He's going to France.
You're going to start just naming them? Just naming the whole European continent?
One of them will be right. 34-9 here, folks.
Sounded like the Animaniacs listing all these countries out over here, Greg.
I haven't thought of that in years. Jeez, that's way before your time, dude.
That clip went viral again a couple months ago. That's the only reason it's on the brain of a young millennial. I'm right on the cutoff, apparently, or so I'm told. Third down, the run up the middle here from Wilson, and the pile pushes. It's going to be awfully close. Can he fall forward? I think they're going to give it to him here. Talk about some extra effort. Let's see. They saying move the sticks? As they gave it to Villa. Yeah, they're going to give him a first down.
Wow.
Kazan Villa. Doing a nice job with the run there. And this could be a potential good option, getting Kazan some touches in the backfield, Greg, down the stretch for the Snow team.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, yeah, this is going to come back. Had a guy jump a little early for Snow College, and that will back him up. 1st and 10 will become 1st and 15. Snow's played a relatively penalty-free game tonight. Those aren't the mistakes that have hurt the Badgers tonight. It's been a whole slew of other things. But Iowa Western's had much more of a penalty issue tonight.
Couple of weeks, Snow heads down to Milledgeville, Georgia, to take on Georgia Military Academy. Are you going to that one?
I'm not.
Okay.
That's an ESPN Plus.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It was planned. We were going to, but there's an exclusive rights situation there. So we will not be making the trip to Milledgeville. Split back set here for Fonua. Takes the snap. He's going to give to Villa left side. Kazan tripped up but falls forward. Gain of 3 on the play for Kazan.
Do have a couple of weeks until they'll take on Georgia Military. So hopefully get some of these guys back, Rig Trupp, Seth, and if Matt Wilson. But Matt's been coming back in and out. But
Jack Thau, you're hoping he's good to go at quarterback going forward.
Yeah.
Second down and 12 for the Badgers. 12:52 to go before the end of this one. Play action. Fonua to pass. Going to take a shot at the end zone. Has a man there and just overthrows his target in C.J. Rabb III. So third down.
Pretty good coverage there anyway from the Reivers.
I was going to say that he was going to have to fit that into a pretty good window for C.J. to go make a play on that.
Asa Locks on the coverage that time.
Talk about a great defensive back named Locks. A little lockdown corner, right?
Yeah.
So third down and 12 for the Badger offense here. Well within field goal range. The rain has at least lightened. It's still definitely coming down out there, but not as hard as it was moments ago. Fonua takes the snap to pass on third down. Steps up in the pocket. Decides to become a runner as a flag flies. Fonua sheds the tackle, gets to the 10, spins down at the 2. A nice run. Bad news is probably coming back.
Coming back as a holding, but they called personal foul?
Really? Coach Erikson and Coach McFalls is beside. That's as animated as I've seen offensive coordinator and O-line coach Trevor
watch that
McFalls.
one more time. You had number 79 out there, and I don't have a 79 on my roster. I apologize. But, well, it's a penalty on him, so he probably is happy I don't have him. But they're trying to defend him is my point. It looked like he took one of the Reivers to the ground and then maybe did something after. Not sure. But.
And Iowa Western elects to take the timeout here. What's going to be third and long. We'll come up with that next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10 and SnowTV.
If you've ever ridden an ATV, you know how much fun they are. They're helpful for small jobs, too. Our credit union is your first stop for an ATV loan. Since we're member-owned and not-for-profit, it's a smart stop to make.
Utah Heritage Credit Union, your local credit union, federally insured by NCUA. Online at utahheritagecu.org.
Welcome back on in. 12:32 to go in this one. As the Badgers will have 3rd and long. They counted the down with this too, Greg. They called a personal foul, but the flag flew. They saying he stepped over him there at the end of that replay?
10 yards behind the play.
Wow. So 3rd and long for the Badgers here.
Not a ton of big penalties that have hurt the Badgers tonight.
Villa goes out of the backfield as a receiver. They throw the screen. It's caught by Cale McCoy, but then he's dropped for a loss.
Yeah,
that's
read well.
Beautifully done, my goodness.
Yeah, Boulot for the Reivers just read that perfectly. I mean, you had a couple of guys, Tim Roberson back there as well.
So 4th down for the Badgers here, and
offense
is staying out there.
I mean, if it's a close game, I think you punt here.
Sure.
Behind the 40, try and pin them deep. You're down 25. Throw the ball.
So 4th down, 32 yards to go. You got to get down to the 8-yard line for a first down. As back to passes, Fonua is going to take the shot at the end zone, and that's not even going to be in bounds.
Yeah,
so
way too long.
Rain's picking back up again, too. So Iowa Western will take over back at the 40-yard line, where they will have first down and 10 for the Reivers. 11:40 to go in this ball game. Again, if you're the Badgers, you want to try and get out of there healthy.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, like I say, 2 weeks you got Georgia Military College. You're probably not coming back in this one. 12 minutes left. It would take somewhat of a miracle. You want to play tough. You want to keep it within a couple of scores.
And now they'll take a timeout. So the 11:40 stays 11:40. We'll take the break on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10, and SnowTV.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed CentraCom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
All right, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose CentraCom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
Welcome back on in. 11:40 to go in this 4th quarter. Kind of a dead zone here, Greg. We had a turnover on downs.
Yeah.
And then Iowa Western takes the timeout. So, but now the Reivers back out there offensively with a fresh set and a fresh drive. High snap, given on the jet sweep. A little bit of room over here on the near side. Gets to the 45, down to the 50 or 49-yard line. He's going to be right at the sticks on the jet sweep. That's Jamari Ford.
If you watch this replay, it looked like Keegan Hall read this correctly, but did you say Ford?
Yes.
Yeah, Ford just had the wheels to be able to get it outside, break that defensive, that setting that edge on the outside and able to get those 9 yards.
It looks like Malachi Marshall's night is done. They've put Roderick Hartsfield in at quarterback. He's going to hand off. Nice run on first down up the left side of the field by Jamari Ford. Rod Hartsfield. As he goes by, that's in our pronunciation guide. He goes by Rod.
There you go.
They give the first down to Iowa Western here. A couple different reserves in now for the Reivers. Got a couple numbers that we haven't seen yet tonight as they're going to make that trip back out east or to the Midwest, east of us, obviously, comfortably here tonight. Quarterback keep up the right side as Rod keeps it. Will move forward, and he's only going to get a yard on the play. So that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that snow defense still pinning their ears back. They're going after these Reiver runners there. The crowd wanted a little bit of a late hit there. One of the Badger defenders went flying. And
got an injured Reiver. One of their offensive linemen is down. We'll take a break and be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10, and SnowTV.
For over 70 years, Cache Valley Bank has been a part of Utah's financial landscape with 23 branches across the state of Utah. Cache Valley Bank isn't just a bank. We're neighbors, partners, and your financial advisors.
Committed to building stronger communities one transaction at a time with secure and reliable solutions, whether it's buying a home, expanding your business, or simply managing your day-to-day finances.
Visit any of our locations in Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, Fairview, or Nephi. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Welcome back on in. 10:15 to go in this one. Glad to see the Reaver get up and walk over on his own power. That's Winner Jigbu for Iowa Western. 10:15 remaining. Reivers into Badger territory. No one scored here in the second half. This was our halftime score. 34-9. It was 9-0 again after the opening quarter, and then Iowa Western put on a clinic in quarter number 2. Rod takes the snap, handoff right side, a cutback from Ford, then he goes right. And is the ball free? Oh. It is, and the Badgers have it and are going to take it back for their second defensive touchdown of the game. Wow.
You got TJ Hudson taking that one back. Did he just rip that out of there? Want to watch this replay? Yeah, TJ just took that away, and then he sees a bunch of green grass in front of him. 2 touchdowns tonight for the Badgers, 2. Both by the defense.
So I'll make it 34-15 with 9:53 to play in the ball game. TJ Hudson, wow. As the Badgers had a few guys lined out wide. They do that where they start the formation.
Little swinging
in
gate,
the swing, yeah, swinging. I always forget. That's why you have a color guy. Cole had to remind me twice in the Lackawanna game. So, and now they're just going to bring that extra point crew out. So the Badgers get their second defensive score of the day. First one was a pick 6 by the linebacker Tayson Reed, and now a fumble 6 from the free safety TJ Hudson. Certainly puts him as a candidate for our St. Pete Steel man of the game. Badgers just going for 2 here with the numbers game. Fonua will keep it on the RPO, throws to the outside. That's batted away, incomplete. Not a lot of room for the receiver there on the far side, and Mikhail Paiva, an incomplete pass.
A little bit tall, but not an awful pass throw there by Fonua. Yeah,
and I was saying
maybe
more,
just a little bit lower.
And I was thinking more just ran out of room to get it to the with the edge there. So, well, Greg, this certainly, I don't want to say it changes things. It's still a 19-point game, still a 3-score game, but you got to give the Badgers some credit with how poorly things went for so long. This is a crew that's not just going to cave and still playing with some pride here at homecoming.
If I were the play-by-play voice of the Badgers and I had to do a coach's show after a game like this, I'm looking for positives to bring to said coach's show if I'm you, Tanner. And I think that would be one of them. I think that would, the defense here in the second half has played a whole heck of a lot better than they did in the second quarter. And if the Reivers end up winning this game, it doesn't really matter if it was 1 quarter or 10 minutes or 5 minutes. It doesn't matter. You still won the game. But, man, it's kind of crazy how Snow's played 2 quarters defensively and not given up a point.
Scored 2 points.
Almost.
Scored 2 touchdowns.
And scored 2 touchdowns, yeah. All of those 34 points came in 1 quarter for Iowa Western.
Scoreboard tonight brought to you by Utah Heritage
Yes,
Credit
it
Union.
is.
Your local credit union. The onside kick, boy.
Oh, don't be stupid. Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb.
That was a boot down low and then recovered. A flat kick. Tony Palmer lands on it for the Reivers.
Yeah, Tony did a great job. The hands there.
That came in hot.
Was a bullet, yeah. And I was saying, don't be dumb. You got guys pushing and headbutting and stuff out there. Just don't be dumb.
So Reivers will have it at the 45 is where they'll start this possession. I was saying Utah Heritage Credit Union sponsors our scoreboard. You know those folks well because you are one of those folks. They're your local credit union with offices in Moroni, Mount Pleasant, Ephraim, and Gunnison. Proud to support the Snow College Badgers. Stick with us for our post-game show. We're giving away that St. Pete Steel Man of the Game. Winner gets a St. Pete Steel hoodie. We're going to play the hottest segment in TV. Guess what's in Greg's head?
There you go.
Been a minute since you and I played that. First down and 10 for Rod. And now flags come flying in here And we'll get a false start on the Reivers to start the drive. So we'll replay the down. And again, what's been fascinating, what was so fascinating, Greg, about that second quarter, Iowa Western had a couple big penalties. Didn't matter. We overcame every single one of them. They were 8 for 9 on third downs at the half. When you're converting at that rate, you're going to play some pretty darn good football and win a lot of football games that way. 1st and 15. Rod takes the snap. It's a run up the gut. Badgers get their Junior Kafusi, the initial man, to make the hit for Snow. And that will bring up second down after a gain of 4. Number 27 for the Reivers on the carry, Mikkel Taylor with the carry. Gain of 4, 2nd and 11 coming up here. Badgers again off next week. And then they will get the big trip out to Milledgeville. That's a good Georgia military squad. They've been ranked as high as 6 in the polls. Iowa Western beat them by 2 scores, and then Georgia Military beat Lackawanna by a couple scores. So kind of when you look at similar opponents,
similar results as well.
Yeah. Second down and 11. The run up the middle. Not a lot happening there. Just a short gain will bring up third down and 10.
And again, we got a Reiver down.
Oh, my goodness. These last 3 minutes of game time have been trudging on. We've had timeouts, change of possessions, penalties. We got another Reiver down. We'll take the break and be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10, and SnowTV.
This school year will be different.
This year, I'll do my assignments on time.
I will listen to my teacher.
I solemnly swear.
I won't eat any glue.
I'll do my homework every night.
Every night.
Research? No problem.
School, I got this.
This year will be different. Visit CentraCom.com to power your education with the best internet experience. Everyone succeeds with School to the Power of CentraCom.
Welcome back on in. 8:55 to go. I just learned that my color man has never seen the movie Hot Rod.
I'm older than you, man.
Hot Rod's like 20 years old.
So I would have been okay. I probably should.
It's that SNL cast from the mid-2000s that's all in that.
All
Third
right.
down and 10 as the delayed draw nearly goes for a loss, and somehow the back falls forward and gets 5-6 yards on it. Mikkel Taylor, a near disaster on the handoff with Rod Hartsfield. It'll bring a gain of 6, 4th down and 4. Tenny Worthen got the tackle for Snow College. So 4th down, Iowa Western's offense staying out there, and I don't blame them. Get a first down, run some more clock here. Not really in field, you're definitely not in field goal range, but you're not really sitting in punt territory either here.
Yeah, 40, from the 40-yard line, the Badger 40-yard line, 4th and 5, why not?
Hartsfield takes the snap, play action, rolls out to his right, has a man in the flats, throws right at the sticks. It's low and incomplete. Tenny Worthen in cover, or TJ Hudson, in coverage. He was the man who got that fumble 6. And excellent coverage from TJ there. It was a little bit low thrown ball too, but regardless, to say good play from the safety.
I've seen it multiple times here. You'll have the PA guy and the staff here at Snow College turn on some song or something, and the Reivers out here dancing to the Snow College music. I guess when you're up 3 scores.
On the road, it's fun. You think back BYU and BYU and Wisconsin. Remember jump around a few years ago.
Yeah, that's a big deal at Camp Randall, isn't it?
First down and 10. Man comes in motion. They go with that tornado as Wilson gets a huge head of steam into Reiver territory past the 50 to the 45. Matt Wilson, beautifully, beautifully done.
Matt's done good things here since Seth Rigtrup went out.
He was one of the leading return men in terms of production for him a year ago, and I think Seth Rigtrup's just been that good. But now Matt certainly capable of holding his own. 1st and 10 here. Fonua gives Wilson, tries to get to that outside. Matt tripped up, falls forward, maybe gets 2 out of it. And that's been the thing. As good as some of these runs have been for Matt, he's taken hits hard and early And what you
Fought
love out of
through
a
'em.
running back, yeah, the legs just continue to churn. So second down and 8 for the Snow College offense. 7 minutes remaining in this ball game. 34-15 Iowa Western. Fonua takes the snap. A lot of people move. They don't call it. Big hole. Matt Wilson, second level, 30. Stiff arms his way forward, 25 to the 24-yard line. What a run from Matt Wilson. And a lot of extracurriculars that's going to come back for Snow College now.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, your best offensive play of the night. And now it's going to come back.
Yeah, Skope Wallace coming in there defending his player. You had Matt Wilson with a sweet hit, delivering the punishment as the running back there. And then Wallace just coming in late, defending his player and hitting the guy, and a lot of flags came in. It is going to be a first down, and then mark it back 15 yards is what I'm assuming will happen here.
A lot of conversation being had, but yeah, and the Reivers had something like that too, right? They got the first down. There was a personal foul after.
Mm-hmm.
So you keep the first down. It's just not going to be where you got to, where it's an after-the-play situation. This conversation taking a while. Clock stopped at 6:44. The rain, again, has picked up pretty heavy.
A lot of times when you see this, it'll be, are we going to do both ways? Is it a –
right.
But I don't think that's the case
I don't
here.
either. Yeah.
So are they saying it wasn't after the play? So they're saying it's during the play, so it marks it back 15 yards from the spot, and it'll be second down? Is that what they're saying?
Okay, there we go.
What in the world? It's hard.
Yeah.
So now they're changing that, and they're saying it's a dead ball foul, which is exactly what we thought it should be. It's hard because Okay, yeah. That seems like the right thing, that it was after the play, so you're going to have 1st and 10.
Rain's starting to go a little sideways here. So if you're thinking it sounds a little different with the window closed, we don't want to get wet. 6:38 to go. The give up the middle. I believe that's Paiv. Yes, it's McHale, and he will not get much of anything there. I think they're going to say no gain on the play for Kazan. Second down and short, or second and long, 2nd and 9 coming up here. They will give him a yard at the end of the day. You know, Greg, you talk positives, trying to, make some things happen. Have they found kind of a new wrinkle maybe with Kazan Villa for down the stretch, playing him out of the backfield a little bit?
If Seth Rigtrup's hurt, sure. Yeah. If not, I think you keep going with Seth.
Oh,
and Matt,
well, for sure.
Yeah.
Second down and 9. It's a give right side. And a run of about 2-3 yards for Kazan.
But, yeah, looking for positives, you bet. Kazan,
I think he's done a pretty good job for a guy who's been a wide receiver. These are his first running back snaps all season.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that looks like in practice. Maybe he's been, the 3rd, 4th guy in practice. But 3rd down coming up now for the Badger offense. Under 5.5 to go in this one. Going to go with 2 receivers far side, single one near with a tight end far side as well for Fonua. Takes the snap, play action, throws it over the middle, and that's going to fall incomplete. Badgers wanting a flag.
Yeah, they want a holding there before the pass was even thrown, not even a PI, but
I'm hoping that didn't just come through what I just oh, boy.
Yeah,
anyway, we're right below.
We're right by the coach's office, folks.
Third
and
down.
the coaches were not happy about that no call.
3rd down, incomplete pass. Iowa Western takes a timeout on 4th down. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10 and SnowTV.
The Snow College campus store has something for every member of the family to show their Badger pride. They have hoodies, mugs, car stickers, and more. Online students and parents can get in on the fun too, because now the campus store is online at store.snow.edu. Go there now for all of your Snow College apparel needs. Visit store.snow.edu. That's store.snow.edu. So
Iowa Western takes the timeout there, Greg. They haven't changed I believe that was on third down that they were passing. So it should be fourth down.
Should be 4th and 6.
Yeah, and the scoreboard has it as 4th and 6. And it just barely changed to fourth down. So timeouts tonight brought to you by Central Valley Medical Center. From orthopedics to pediatrics, trust CVMC. So fourth down, Badger offense again going to remain out there because why not? Yeah, practice some wrinkles, get some good live reps in. 2 receivers near side. Split back set for Tui Taniela Fonua. Brings Pava in motion. Back to pass. He's going to throw towards the sticks and hit the receiver in the chest. It's incomplete. And a turnover on downs. Iowa Western will take over with 5:04 remaining at their own 35.
Asa Locks, again, that defensive back. We mentioned his name multiple times for the Reivers. He locked up that Snow receiver that time and was able to just do an excellent job from a defensive back position to knock that one away.
What defensive players that are starters have we not talked about tonight for Iowa Western? I mean,
great defense.
All 3 levels have been
They've given
really
up 3
good.
points.
Yeah.
The defense has given up 3 points. It's 15, but a pick 6 and a fumble 6 for the Badgers, those other 2 touchdowns.
We might be getting into some scorigami territory with a 34-15 game. You know what scorigami is?
Of course.
Okay. Just had to make sure. That's Cole's favorite thing, so I knew Cole was well aware of it. But
it's
a right side
NFL
run,
thing.
a gain of 3. By the way, Lackawanna does their own scorigami.
Oh, really?
They do. It was pretty fun to follow along with that a couple weeks ago.
Just for their own games?
Yes. So any Lackawanna game, they keep track of that.
Was it?
It was not last time. If I remember, now I'm going to get a text from Cole later that says, bro, what you talking about? We had scorigami.
What was it? 54, 55, 34? What was that score?
54-38, I think was the final.
55-38.
55-38, yeah. Second down and 7, 4:28 to go in this one. Again, in at quarterback is Rod Hartsfield. He's got a single receiver to either side, takes the snap. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. And Hartsfield, not much places to go, is Tayson Reed along with a number of guys in there.
So, again, if I'm the play-by-play voice of the Badgers and I'm doing a coach's show this week with Snow College's coach, I think the second half defense is where I would focus. It's what I would talk about.
Sure.
You know, and Coach Erikson, he's an excellent interview. He's going to be honest.
He's very honest.
He's going to be very honest about this game. But it's something. It's a positive thing to talk about.
Under 4 to go as Iowa Western's content running this as much as they can, down to 3:40 remaining in the ball game. Rod takes the snap. It's a give up the middle, and boy, met immediately in the backfield for the Badgers is that Mario Williams. How many? For as fun as the fumble 6 was, Mario's made some cases for the St. Pete Steel Player of the Game. Badgers take a timeout. It is a timeout made possible by our friends at Central Valley Medical Center. We'll take it on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10 and SnowTV.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim. 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
3:31 to go. Coach Erikson wants some time left. We talk about this a lot, Greg. Live reps. There's something about playing under lights with a crowd and officials and in your uniform and pads. It's not just hitting your old guys.
Yeah, that's big.
So still wanting to get some run, and maybe if not sure what Jack Thau's status is, but if it is Tui Tenila Fanua's time, then you want to get him some reps. Badgers got close on that punt as Jaden Robertson tries to follow it, takes a bounce at the 10. Jaden decides to pick it up at the 4. Why not? Robertson turns the corner, scampers out of bounds. So all that for not a whole lot at the end of the day. Badgers will take over at the 14-yard line, 1st and 10.
You'd love to get one more on the board here if you're the Badgers.
Without question.
Do something well offensively here, drive at 80-plus yards here, get a score. before the end of this one?
Well, should the Badgers score and not allow anything from Iowa Western, they will have won 3 of the 4 quarters and lost. Right. You get another touchdown. It's a 2-score game, so you don't want to say lost significantly, but you were getting beaten significantly because of play in 1 quarter.
1 quarter, 34 points.
There's 4 of them, folks. And they're all equally important. So you got trips to the right side here for Fonua. They're missing one more receiver as Cale McCoy's now going to sub in. 1st and 10 for Fonua and the offense. Single back is Matt Wilson with 3:19 to go. Fonua back to pass on 1st down. Pocket collapsing. Fonua steps up and is sacked back at the 8-yard line. So coming up, the big number 96 letting you know he was the one that got the sack. I don't have a 96.
No, neither do
on
I.
my roster.
Hard to miss him.
So a loss of 8, 9, 10 yards. 6, they could call it 6. So 2nd down and 16, under 3 to go in the ball game. Badgers have 2nd down, play action. Fonua throws a dart over the middle, and that is ultimately incomplete. Tight window trying to get that into Paiva.
I thought that was a good read there. That was a pretty quick drop. He's getting that ball out of there. Maybe just delivered a half second sooner. That was right. That was right when Mikael Paiva was open. Had to throw it just that half step sooner before the Reivers defender could get there.
3rd down and 16.
And that's the sort of thing that'll come with live reps, like you talked about. Just trusting your receiver to cut right where he's supposed to and throwing it right when he makes that cut.
3rd down and 16 here. Man comes in motion. It's Paiva. Back to pass. Fonua. Pocket holds well. Throws high and off the hands of Cale McCoy. Had McCoy sitting perfect.
Right read. Yeah.
Right near the sticks. Maybe would have been a yard short, but had room to catch and run. 4th down, Badgers will punt with 2:33 to go, and that will essentially do it in terms of anything. I don't think we're going to really see Iowa Western run anything too crazy here with 2:33 left, and still with the 3-score lead. Jay Summers to boot this away. Reivers return man standing at the Badger 45, and it goes well over his head. My goodness. Bounce at the Reivers 43, 42-yard line. 43 is where they'll mark it. What a great punt from Jay Summers. Standing at his own, his opposing 45, thinking he was going to have a soft kick, and that was anything but.
Yeah, 50-plus yards there on that kick.
2 big upsets in college football today. Indiana over Oregon, and then Texas over Oklahoma. Texas was the #1 team in the country coming into the season in terms of AP poll rankings. They were out of the rankings after last week. Clearly going to be back in after beating Oklahoma. Penn State, no. Rough go for the Nittany Lions this year. 1st down and 10 for Iowa Western. Rod takes the snap, hands it off over left side, and staying on his feet. The tailback gets close to midfield to the 47-yard line. A good run by Mikael Taylor. Zach taking a timeout here?
Yeah.
Coach Erikson will take the timeout. And we've got the 2-minute timeout coming up as well. We'll take it on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10 and SnowTV.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
.2:15 to go. Badgers are still fighting and taking the time out there. Once again, brought to you by Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi. 2nd down and 5 with 2:15 to go for the Reivers. Rod Hartsfield takes the snap. It's a run play to the outside. Taylor makes one man miss, sheds a second tackle, spin cycle out of it, takes a shot at the end of the play. Bunch of flags coming in here. And this is starting to get messy late, Greg, and you don't like that's something you really don't like to see.
Yeah, and there hasn't been a lot of that.
No.
There hasn't been a lot of that early here. But I'm trying to watch in the backfield. Yeah, 67 for Iowa Western just comes up from behind, 20 yards behind the play.
You could tell the tone in this official's voice. He's saying, really, guys, we got 2 minutes
off.
left.
Yeah.
It's
raining on us. Let's get out of here.
For real.
Snow's going to take a timeout.
2:06 left. We'll take it on the mid. Or you got something. You've got something for Greg Sterner's always got something for me. What do you have, brother?
I don't really have anything. I just thought you were going to keep it here, and I was saying that's great if you want to.
Well, we will have our post-game show coming up. Sam Pete Steele, Steel Man of the Game. Winner gets a Sam Pete Steele hoodie.
Yeah.
A few
options.
Yeah.
Really 3 come right to mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Should be interesting to see how guess what's in Greg's head turns out tonight.
For our first-time viewers, this is basically
it's a Tanner and Greg thing.
I let Tanner opine on who he thinks should win the player of the game.
We're digging deep into the vocab today. He's not just a math guy. You know
I'm
who'd be proud of that?
Not a math guy at all.
Our good friend Brad James would love that you use the word opine.
That's right.
No idea if Brad's tuned in, but he'll do the write-up for this game afterwards. But
I would be surprised if he's not tuned in.
Shout out to
old Brad loves his
Brad.
local teams.
He loves his football. I mean, it's football, period.
Yeah.
For a guy, he watches Canadian football.
Yeah, that's right.
And he loves his Canadian football.
That's right.
So 3rd down and long for the Reivers with 2:06 to go. It's going to be a handoff right side. Badgers make early contact. I believe that was Tayson Reed who made the initial hit. It's no gain. 3rd down, and we have hit the 2-minute timeout. We will take the 2-minute timeout here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10, and SnowTV.
Hey, what does the dentist of the year get? A little plaque. Well, all humor aside, a little plaque can be deadly. Let Dr. Colton Douglas at Douglas Dentistry make sure that a little plaque doesn't cause you a major health concern. Your good health is dependent on good dental hygiene, so make a call today and make sure you get to show off that awesome smile for years to come. Call Douglas Dentistry's new phone number, 435-258-9001, 435-258-9001.
We are all part of a team. Whether you are the quiet hero or the newest recruit, the steady anchor, or the moral support, your team needs you. At Intermountain Health, San Pete Valley Hospital, we want to be part of your team. Partner with us on your health and continue to be a game changer for your teammates.
Welcome back on in. That is the 2-minute timeout. Iowa Western going to punt this thing away with 2 minutes remaining. So Snow does get the ball back, Greg. I thought that would have been Snow's last offensive possession. Shows you what I know. Quick kick. A good high kick. Fair catch called for. Badgers just let it bounce inside the 20 and down to about the 15-yard line where it will be 1st down and 10. With 1:47 to go, Snow College, I believe, out. Both teams out of timeouts at this point, so don't have to worry about that stopping the clock anymore. The rain's coming down hard again. It's been kind of off and on how hard. I think it's been pretty consistent, at least coming down. But boy, the level of how hard it's been coming down has varied throughout the night.
Yeah, just say you're lucky. Thank your lucky stars that we didn't have a lightning delay.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 now for Tui Taniela Fonua. Takes the snap. They go the Cyclone play. He's going to load up. One-on-one coverage. Tries to drop it in for Hadley, and that's incomplete. Good coverage downfield. Number 25, Demaje Williams, with the PBU.
Pretty good pocket there that time for Fonua.
One of the better ones we've seen tonight.
Yeah, throw that downfield. Give it a shot downfield. Why not?
So 2nd down and 10 for Badger offense. 2 far side, 2 near side for Fonua. Takes the snap, sets his feet, gets hit as he throws, and that ball goes sailing high. Fonua with an athletic jump up. The way he was leaning back, I thought, we're down a 3rd quarterback here, but no, he was able to hop back up. 3rd down now with 1:34 to go. Badgers go with 2 to either side here. brings now a man from left to right. Badgers continue to get a play call in. Taking all their time on this play clock, down to 10 seconds. Fonua sends Paiva to his right hip. Play clock's at 2, takes the snap. Back to pass. 3rd and 10, ball batted at the line of scrimmage. And are they ruling this a fumble? Oh, they say incomplete. Okay, I was going to say he clearly had his arm coming forward. Yeah. Clearly had his arm coming forward, and so that'll be incomplete. 4th down, minute 28 to go. Offense for now staying out there, which, yeah, I mean, what else do you have at this point?
Yeah, go, give it a shot. Try and get this first down. If not, Reivers will probably just kneel it out anyway.
Right. Boy, and this rain has intensified even more just in the last 2 minutes. This is by far the hardest it's come down. Looking at the concrete here, kind of the track surrounding Robert Stoddard Field.
Got some diehards here. I mean, you had a big crowd here tonight to start the game. It's not as big, but it's still pretty
There's
big.
a lot of people still here, yeah. Fonua takes the snap on 4th and 10. That ball is live. It's on the field. It's picked up and scooped and scored by Iowa Western for the touchdown. Number 34, Cam Keeter, makes the play.
Yeah, Paiva Fonua just holding that for just 1 second too long, half a second too long, and puts another one in the end zone.
So both teams have 2 defensive scores tonight.
Been a wild one.
Yeah, a lot of wonky stuff. Then you add the rain on top of it. So a minute 19 left. Extra point's going to be coming here for Iowa Western. And the Badger defense did pitch a shutout in the second half.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's right.
There's that. Again, you're talking about positives to take away from it.
Yeah.
Got a guy coming on late for Iowa Western here.
Is he slipping on
that's what I wondered. Yeah, and the play clock ran down to 0, so now this is going to take a little bit of extra time. So that'll back him up 5 yards on the PAT. Yeah, I think that's getting real slick out there. As we see the lineman gingerly, and by gingerly, I don't mean he's hurt. He's just being careful getting to the sideline.
Just running, looking like me on ice.
Oh, you think you look bad on ice. That is not for old Tanner Scott. Now we got another penalty here. This is going to likely be an offside. So now the 5 yards gets given back to Iowa State, and what's going to be the longest PAT in the history of football.
Oh, boy.
An old phrase you use quite a bit, Judist. Oh, they called that on Iowa Western. Never mind. They did call the false start. Okay. Still the longest extra point I've seen in a minute. You and one other of my really good friends say that all the time, and yet your cadence is could not be more different from each other, the way you express it. And I love it. Iowa Western, I think, is just going to kneel this out. They're just not even going to worry about anything on this 2 points. Yeah. So they just kneeled the 2 points. Guess they just didn't want to try anything in the rain. So that will take us with a minute 19 left. We'll have one last kickoff coming up next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10 and SnowTV.
My art is an expression of my identity. As an artist, my identity is everything. Every stroke I make depicts my purpose, and every signature brings my dreams to life. I am La Morena. With my style checking account from Mountain America Credit Union, I can create with confidence, knowing I have built-in identity protection. This premium future lets me stay focused and bringing color to the world. Open a new checking account today. Make my style your lifestyle.
Cougs, my gosh. Welcome back on in. 40-15 our score now. Oh, this has been a long one, Greg.
It just keeps going.
Boy, it was kind of it was a really fast third quarter. This fourth quarter, though, my goodness, has taken a minute or two. Looking at minute 19 left. Badgers will get it back here. And the rain continues to fall at Robert Stoddard Field and Terry Foote Stadium. It's going to be slick, you and me getting back to Manti tonight.
Yeah, I'm interested to see here if Iowa Western, if they're going to like kick it out of bounds, if you're even going to, try anything. If you want to just boot it out of bounds, don't get somebody hurt.
Yeah, I think that's, and this is kind of just a pooch.
Kid,
fielded at the 25 by the Badgers, taken at the 30. Crossfield trying to get up to the 35.
Run
and
this thing back,
staying
Snow.
on his feet to the 40. Flags come flying into the 42, and that takes us down to 1 minute and 9 seconds remaining. Likely some kind of a block in the back hold here as they move the penalty back to the 35. Yep. Oh, 15-yarder. So Badgers will have 1st and 10 back at the 20. So that's about as good as a kickoff, other than it took time off.
Yeah.
Which, given how the last few minutes have gone. Yeah. So 1:09 to go. 40-15 is likely going to be your final here. Likely going to be your final.
See if the Badgers are able to get something going.
That's why I say likely.
Offense, yeah. Get something downfield. Put in the stat book.
Trips here to the right side for Fonua. Gets rid of it quickly. Paiva juggles it. It's incomplete. That stops the clock at 1:03. So 2nd down now for the Badgers. And Snow College, again, off next week. They'll go to Georgia Military the end of the month on the 25th.
Pretty good little rivalry between
Yeah.
those two teams. Snow's played Georgia Military quite a few years. Now that they've been independent, they've been one of those teams that have agreed to play Snow quite a few times.
Wilson takes the carry. Big hole. 1st down. Punishes another defender. Matt Wilson out past midfield into the 45-yard line. Matt's got that lowering the shoulder boom. It's twice now we've seen that from him.
Yeah, Matt was getting up a little bit slowly there. Unfortunately, you got that big number 96 coming down on top of him from behind. He's walking okay, though. He's all right.
Got out of bounds as well, so that stops the clock at 53 seconds. As Snow makes a sub, so they got to allow for Iowa Western to substitute. Fonua in shotgun. Wilson still in the game at his hit, that's Villa. Pass to the outside to Cale McCoy falls incomplete. Will bring up 2nd down. 48 seconds remain.
Another one of those passes from Fonua that's just a little bit high for his receiver. He's made some pretty good reads here. Just needs to get some of those passes down, and I get it. It's a wet football out there. It's sopping wet. But the good thing is, we're looking for positives. The good thing is he's making good reads there at the quarterback position, just maybe not getting the ball where it needs to on the numbers.
Sure. 2nd down. They go with the spin cycle, the fall forward, and that will take it to the 41-yard line. 40 seconds officially remaining here for the Badgers. 3rd down. And if you're Snow, I don't even know if you technically have to snap this. Off the top of I don't know that they're going to need to snap this here. They will. Back to pass. Fonua pumps, running out of time, rolls out to his right, evades the sack, throws on the run right at the sideline. That's batted incomplete with 13 seconds left on the clock. So it brings up 4th down. C.J. Rabb was the intended man, and so 4th down, 4th and 7 for the Badgers right here. As he's tying his shoes, we really have seen about everything tonight, haven't we? Fonua trips far side, single receiver near side, back to pass. Blitz comes in. Fonua escapes, scampers out to the left side, stays on his feet, runs for the 1st down, gets a good block, is going to get the 1st down, and then some. 25-20, scampers out of bounds around the 23 seconds on the clock. It's taken us a minute to get to that 3 seconds. We're going to keep it here for our post-game show, folks. We're not even going to send it to break. We've hit the quota. We're going to give away our Sanpete Steel Man of the Game and get off the air so we can get these cameras out of the wind and rain. One final play here, barring a penalty, which we could.
I'm sure there probably will be.
Which we could get. Rain coming down. Fonua scampers, fires for the end zone. It's slow and incomplete, and that will end our ball game. Your final score? Number 2, Iowa Western 40. Number 13, Snow 15. As homecoming comes to a close, Greg, before we get to the player of the game or the steel man of the game, your final thoughts, just overall on the game.
A very frustrating game offensively for Snow College. There's my final thought.
I think that's a simple way to put it.
And okay, so that's the Snow College side. Iowa Western looks like number 2.
Yeah,
looks like the number 2 team. I'll be shocked if they're not back in the national championship game against Hutch again.
Yeah, no, without question. Let's give away our Sam Pete Steel Man of the Game.
Give me some options.
Sam Pete Steel, done right and on time. TJ Hudson, fumble 6. That was rather impressive. Even, in a moment where Snow maybe could have folded, a guy named Mario Williams Jr. had some hard. You want to talk about a steal hit. Those are my 2 guys.
Matt Wilson ran hard.
You make some good points there at the very end of that. Yeah,
Tayson Reed
had the pick 6. Yeah. Gave it to Tayson last time, so I'm going to guess we don't go Tayson.
I'll say TJ Hudson.
TJ Hudson's our guy.
That fumble
TJ Hudson
6 was a cool play.
Is our player of the game. Oh, Greg, always a pleasure to be with you, my friend. Yeah, this one, tough night for the Snow College offense. The defense had a tough quarter. Aside from that, played relatively well.
Didn't give up any points other than that second quarter.
Yep.
But gave up a lot in the second quarter.
Yeah. Again, Badgers head to Georgia Military next. Always appreciate you, my friend. Always fun to be on the call with you.
Always fun. Tanner Scott.
Big thanks to Adam Coombs, who produced our broadcast tonight. And a big thanks to Director of Broadcasting, Mr. Joe Williams, getting everything going and set up in what was kind of a hectic night with the rain. Planning, I feel like the preparation was almost more hectic than the actual rain that came down itself. But because of that, we're going to get out of here relatively scot-free with that. Your final score, once again, here from Snow College. It's Iowa Western 40, Snow College 15. You've been watching and listening to Junior College Football on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentraCom Channel 10, and SnowTV. So long and good night from Ephraim, Utah.
You've been listening to live Snow College Badger sports action on KMTI, the sports leader in South Central Utah. This sports broadcast has been brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. Join us again for Snow College Badger sports on KMTI.